Okay. Gotcha. We are live at Collecco. Paul just really messed up my flow right then. Just joking. Thanks everybody for tuning in on Thursday night, and the show is over. Just joking again. That was 2 false starts. Here's the real one. Welcome to Collecco Live. It is Thursday night. It is March 20th. We are live at Collecco, and it's probably one of our biggest nights of the week. It's Thursday night, a night that a lot of people anticipate all week. It's like Christmas morning for the metalheads. They wake up and they immediately start banging their head. Whiplash. It's a real thing. Alrighty. Here we go. Here we go. Tonight is a night unlike any other. Actually, it's about just like all the others. However, we've got a little thing going on called metal. And we love metal here. Metal is probably the backbone to a lot of our success here. One of the first biggest metal collections we've ever got. One of the first biggest metal collections we ever got really took our company to a different level. So we've been on a different level with metal, and big night ahead. Okay, so I'm on the feed, and actually let me do this right quick. Hey John, we're live on Facebook selling records. Okay, good. Are these just ready to go? Yeah. Okay, a little bit of everything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. All right. So, what was I doing? Okay, so when I'm on Facebook, I'm going to hit the like button. I had to text Laura some very important instructions. Y'all probably know what those are. It involves blue liquid. There's that. I just shared it all in the group. There she comes with a crate too. Those are the auctions. Oh, okay. Here, there, whichever. Right there would be best. Let's go ahead. So I've got it shared there. Let's hit copy link. I feel refreshed because my workspace is a little bit cleaner than normal. However, I've already got boxed in slightly here behind me. It always happens quickly, but we got a big night ahead, and let's go ahead and get everything shared. And we're going to get John to come over here and recite the night before Christmas. I only know the first couple words. Yeah. You'd have to have the book in front of you. Yeah, me too. Live now. Laura is depositing the auctions in the crates. It's like a banker or something. It's like she's bringing up the most valuable. It's like delivering a Brinks truck. All the metal auctions tonight. It's probably our most important asset of the night right there. The Laura metal auction delivery. I saw a lot of Ozzy, and I did promise somebody a Led Zeppelin 2, but I don't have one ready yet. We might have to run one tomorrow. We got probably already kind of loaded as it is. Okay, so I just got the YouTube link shared as well. Make sure as soon as you're on and watching, you have hit the like button. And Okay. That is wrong on the feed. I better fix that. Yeah. Let's see. And it is fixed. Whoop. And it's fixed. Okay. Yes, front counter. Thank you. I'm not going to make a habit out of this, by the way. Laura's off to get a blue juice, but it's a good agreement we have. If she goes gets a blue juice, she can buy one, which is like a $10 drink. So I appreciate her doing that. But also, I just told her I can't make a habit out of it because I just got to start getting here earlier so I can get it myself. All right. How much is the Disney record? I actually was going to auction that, then I decided last night not to. It is $24.99. It's a storybook and record. Cinderella, $24.99. All right, so first thing we're going to do is get some stuff ready for going, ready to go. Make sure you've hit the like button. I don't need these tonight right now. I'm going to put them right over here. And, yeah, big night ahead. So they're marking records. They're tagging records. They're doing this. They're doing a little bit of that. And, you know, here we go. First sell the nights to Michael Fairchild. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, Michael. Michael Clorioni. Where's all my empty crates? I had about 200 last night, it seemed like. Are they still in here? Some of them are. Go ahead and grab these right here. Dun, down, dun, down. Ride the Lightning stuck in my head. Dun, down, dun, down, dun, down, dun, down, dun, down, dun, down. Dun, down, dun, down. Right. Dance the night away. Van Halen, Dance the Night Away. 7-inch single on the picture sleeve. $7 start. I don't know if I've had that one before. David Lee Roth there on the back. $7 start on that. All right. $7 start on that. Long-time customer. I'll have to think on that one. Cinderella, sold to Michael Fairchild. Cinderella, sold to Michael Fairchild. Van Halen's a $7 start. We're officially beginning. Michael Fairchild on that. And then Dustin Whitaker wants a Holocaust. That's sold to Dustin Whitaker. I'll show that again in just a second. Van Halen already has bids for 7 and 7. First other item we're going to put up is a New Orleans record. Let's go ahead and grab a handful of those. And this is the Mono Men. And the Mono Men's going to go up for a $5 start. The Mono Men, $5 start on that. What an interesting looking sleeve here. The Mono Men. How do you get to the record? It is on, well, what an interesting design. I don't know how to get to the record. I don't know if, wow. I'm not for sure. But it's a $5 start. There we have it. I did not fill out a bracket. No, unfortunately, I don't get to do a lot with the, I don't think I've done much with the playoffs, so, or the tournament. Okay, let's start right here. Oh, I know what I need. Van Halen's are at $10. The Mono Men. All right, let's see here. All right, Chad. All right, Coletco. So Dustin Whitaker, we sold Disney that. Okay. So Testament, G-Love, Genesis, GBH, Dead Boys, Virgin Steel, Uncle, Black Angel, Zach Bryan, both, Morgan Wallen, Tedeschi, Zach Bryan, Goo Goo Dolls, Morgan Wallen, Dave Mason, Offspring, Leon Bridges, Wolf Alice, Duke, 2 copies, Uncle Alice, Led Zeppelin, OG, Lover, Turnpike, XXS, Genesis, Molly, Sundays, Riot, Morgan Wallen, Turnpike, Troubadours. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so first thing we have the Goo Goo Dolls. This is their greatest hits. The Goo Goo Dolls greatest hits. This is on Coke bottle clear vinyl, and one is sold right here to David Eberly. If anybody else wants one, let me know. This is the Goo Goo Dolls, and this is on Coke bottle clear vinyl. $29.99 on that. I also have, that was my last copy. I have the Offspring's greatest hits. This is sold to Scott Beebe. Scott Beebe gets an Offspring greatest hits. Thank you, Scott Beebe. And I have one more here. This is called the Offspring's Greatest Hits. Self-Esteem. You got to keep them separated. This is $34.99. The Offspring. That is one left. We've sold one from the flip video. Also, I have Suicidal Tendencies. This is called Join the Army. Suicidal Tendencies is new and sealed. $38.99. Suicidal Tendencies. This is new and sealed. $38.99. Suicidal Tendencies. I still have 2 copies of that. If anybody wants it, just let me know. And we have 1 copy of the Sundays, and we sold one last night. Let's go ahead and sell this one to Patrick Lear. Thank you, Patrick Lear. This is so to you. And let's make a note to order more Sundays. I probably need to go ahead and order several of those. That's called Reading or Writing Arithmetic. If anybody else wants that, just let me know. Van Halen is a 7-inch single. Dance the Night Away. Around VG Plus or EX vinyl. The sleeve is like VG, and it has a high bid with Jamie Diaz for $18. The Mono Men. No bid yet on the Mono Men. We're looking for a $5 start, and Autumn Betts is in at $5. Autumn's in on the Mono Men at $5. Now Van Halen's at $20. We got Paul Brothers in on the Goo Goo Dolls. I got 2 Suicidal Tendencies. This is Virgin Steel, Gardens of the Flame, the Anniversary Edition. Virgin Steel, perfect for Metal Night. 2 LP, new and sealed gatefold. $34.99 for Virgin Steel. Virgin Steel. And Ken Crooker wants one. Let's give one to Ken Crooker. Thank you, Ken Crooker. That is so to you. And then I've got 2 copies of Genesis, and this is called Turn It On Again. Genesis, Turn It On Again. That's sold to Chris Predzwar. Thank you, Chris Pedzwar, P-E-D-Z-I-W-I-A-T-R. That is so to him, and I have 1 extra copy there if anybody else wants one. Genesis, Turn It On Again. Also, we have a Virgin Steel still available. We have Flotsam and Jetsam, and this is a 2 LP, limited to 500 on clear vinyl, gatefold self-titled, $33.99 on Flotsam and Jetsam. And Taylor Swift, Lover. Lover is $39.99. This is a black vinyl. It's a 2 LP. And we have 2 of these available on black vinyl, and those are $39.99. Also, we have Virgin Steel. This is the Anniversary Edition. This is also sold to Ken Crooker. Thank you, Ken Crooker. That's sold to you. And there's 2 Taylor Swift. And then Van Halen here is a final call now that Jamie Diaz is at 21. Kelly W, back to you. And the Mono Men, just 1 bid sold for $5. And that was Autumn Betts. Thank you. That is sold. Also, we have 1 Virgin Steel left. We sold 1 to Ken Crooker. That's a 2 LP, $34.99. And then Taylor's version, $19.89. Taylor's version, $19.89. Adrian Wimmer wants the OG version. So Taylor's version, I still got 2 LP, blue vinyl, $49.99. And then 5 Finger Death Punch. I've got Decade of Destruction Volume 1 and Decade of Destruction Volume 2. We have Laura in the drive-thru getting blue juice on the way. I love blue juice. I'm going to need a bunch of it tonight. And now, Kelly W, Van Halen, back to you. Let's go ahead and grab the next New Orleans cycle. The next New Orleans single. This is Bring Me the Head of John Spencer, Jackal Fire. Here we go. This is going to go up for a $5 start. Bring Me the Head of John Spencer, Jacko Fire. That's going to go up for a $5 start. I got 2 5 Finger Death Punch, Death of Destruction. I have the new Lady Gaga album. New Lady Gaga album is called Lady Gaga Mayhem. That's a 2 LP, $44.99. Also, we have 5 Finger Death Punch and Justice for a Nun. That is $33.99, and 2 copies of Holocaust, and we sold just one a moment ago to Dustin Whitaker. I have 1 left, the Night Combers, $33.99, $33.99. So first thing we have here is a quick read through here. Just sold several things out of here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else that could be very well in this crate. I don't think it is. I think we got everything pulled out of here that was in here. We pulled that Offspring, Uncle Acid, everything else is in the upcoming crates, it looks like. Genesis Duke, we pulled Sundays, Morgan Wallen. Yeah, the rest of that's coming up. So Jack of Fire is a $5 start. Kelly W is back in on Van Halen at $25. Jamie Diaz is out. Final call on Van Halen for $25. Going once, going twice. John keeps bringing me handfuls of 45s. He said, we got a bunch of them tonight. I think that's all he's been working on. He's got 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 19, 20, 30, 40, 80, 100, 3,000, about 40,000 45s up here to go through tonight. That should be very fun. I've got some coming up right now. We're going to start the night's auctions with some 45 auctions. I'll be starting some LPs in just a second. And then over here we have Suicidal Tendencies Join the Army. This is $38.99. This is a 7-inch single. This is a 45. Van Halen, Dance the Night Away. It's a 7-inch single. It's one I don't think I've had before. Dance the Night Away. High bid right now is $25, and we're about to sell it. Bring Me the Head of John Spitzer. Jack of Fires, a $5 start, no bid. Has everybody hit the like button? First thing we have is Suicidal Tendencies Join the Army. That is $38.99 for Suicidal Tendencies. Virgin Steel, Guardians of the Flame, that was $34.99. Genesis, Turn It On Again, a 2LP Greatest Hits, that is $39.99. Flotsam and Jetsams, $33.99. We got Taylor Swift Lover for $39.99. New bid on Dance the Night Away at $26. Kelly, there's a new bid. Virgin Steel's $34.99. Taylor's version, $19.99. That's on blue vinyl, $49.99. And then Five Finger Death Punch, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and that is... no, she's not. We have red vinyl, blue vinyl. That is $36.99. Lady Gaga is $44.99. Also, The Crow's $46. We have Five Finger Death Punch $33 and Holocaust $33. All right. And now Jack has a bid for $6 is The Lover, blue and pink, Pest on Black. Adrian, I got a blue and pink coming up that I'm going to give you. These are black vinyl. The blue and pink that are coming up, that's in another bin. That's the last one I have left. I'll give you that one, okay? So that's coming up in another bin. Anybody else on this crate? If not, I'm going to go right into another one. This was posted in our group, Whole Lot of Records. That's the only Sunday's album that's in print, Patrick, unfortunately. Unfortunately, yes. New bid on Van Halen, Dance the Night Away, and now $29. And now Jack of Fires at $6, William Dragovich. So yeah, this is black vinyl. I'll pull one of those for you in the upcoming crate, okay? I'm going to put these right here behind me. That was our first crate. That was actually new vinyl that came in yesterday. And then we posted it over in Whole Lot of Records. And then I am pulling stuff live that was claimed in there. We got more coming right now. And I'm going to go ahead and get to some of that. By the way, Jerry Stone, there are 9 crates of new vinyl tonight. Paul and Laura are bringing up all kinds of other stuff. Stuff being newly priced stuff. And I think they've got some newly priced metal back there. I think it may be more like 2 weeks ago when we were going through a ton of new metal. So that should be very fun. And because I think there's some back there. Let's go ahead and sell this right here. William Dragovich gets Jack for $6. And let's go ahead and sell Kelly this for $30. Thank you, that's sold. And let's now continue with more 45 auctions. The next two I have is Queen, not Cream. Queen, Radio Gaga. All we hear is Radio Gaga. Very good Queen song. One of my favorites. Queen is going to go up for a $7 start. Around VG Plus or EX Vinyl. And now the sleeve here, the Blues Brothers. I'm a Soul Man. Very cool in the picture sleeve. That's going to go up for a $7 start. Next thing we have, let's put that right there. There's the Blues Brothers and Queen. I have Dead Boys, and the Dead Boys is $34.99. This is new, comes out tomorrow. It is $34.99. It's on purple vinyl. Also, we have 3 copies of My Morning Jacket. This is their new album that comes out tomorrow. It's on indie exclusive blue vinyl. $33.99 on My Morning Jacket. 2 copies here of Insidious Disease. Insidious Disease is $33.99. That's called Shadowcast. That's a limited edition of 100 on splatter vinyl, $33.99. Edward Tanagi's in on Queen at 10. Blues Brothers 10. Blues Brothers 10. Adrian Wimmer wants My Morning Jacket. That's sold to Adrian Wimmer. Thank you. I've got 2 left. These are up for auction right now. Blues Brothers and Queen. Those are both up for auction now. We have Radio Gaga. We have I'm a Soul Man. Da-da-da-da-da-da. That is now up for bid. I'm going to try to start putting up a third auction here in just a second. I've got some more Taiwanese pressing somewhere to run. Also, we got 2 copies of Five Finger Death Punch, The Way of the Fist, $33.99 on that. Placebo, Without You I'm Nothing. Placebo's $28.99. How about 2 copies again of Five Finger Death Punch? Got Your 6, that's $33.99. 1 copy here of Styx, Grand Illusion. Styx is $34.99. And 2 copies of Taylor Swift 1989. This is the original version, and this is the one Adrian Wimmer wanted. Adrian, I got this pulled for you. Taylor Swift, thank you. That is so to you. And we have 2 copies here of Metallica, the Black Album. Nothing Else Matters Except You Buying This Album. $36.99. 2 LP, Flotsam and Jetsam, Blood in the Water. Flotsam and Jetsam is $29.99. And another Five Finger Death Punch, and this is American Capitalist. It's also a 2 LP, $33.99. No, it's a single LP. It's a single LP, I believe. Dave Mason's newest album. This comes out tomorrow, A Shade of Blues. This is sold to Scott Beebe. Thank you, Scott Beebe. That is sold to you. If anybody else wants one, let me know. It will have to be a waiting list. That was my last copy. Speaking of metal, Gates to Hell. That definitely sounds like metal. Death Comes to Us All. Purple and white swirl vinyl. That's $29.99. Also, Mark Bolan. You may know him from T-Rex. Mark Bolan, You Scare Me to Death. That's $33.99. And this is the newest anniversary edition of Tina Turner's big album here, Private Dancer. It is on colored vinyl. It is $33.99. That's Tina Turner. And the Best of Annihilator. The Best of Annihilator. That's a 2 LP. That is limited 1,500 on silver vinyl. Includes 3 cuts from the band's first 3 studio albums and rare tracks. $54.99. And then we got Testament. Practice What You Preach. Dustin Riviera wants a Testament. Anybody else? These are $29.99. I do have additional copies. Testament. Let me scroll through the comments and make sure I didn't miss any other Testaments. Don't see any other Testaments, okay? Good to know. So Queen's at 11, Blues Brothers is 18, and now Queen's at 15. Edward Tanagi has Queen for 15, Blues Brothers is at 18. Those are 7-inch singles, Radio Gaga and Soul Man. Going once, going twice, if anybody wants those. And let's go ahead and put up, let's see what else we have here. Let me just read through this crate again, okay? So, welcome everybody for Thursday night. Have you hit the like button on Facebook? Have you hit the like button on YouTube? And somebody asked about Amigo the Devil. That crate was gone through last night. Did you want or interested in seeing Amigo the Devil? If you are, just let me know. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second. So, coming up for auction is Lita Ford, Misfits, Judas Priest, Ozzy, Metallica, Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Britney Fox, Guns N' Roses, Hawkwind, Dio, Wasp, Warrant, Black Sabbath, Poison, Manowar, Black Sabbath, Def Leppard, Lita Ford, Great White, Tesla, Dio, GNR, Black Sabbath, Accept, Triumph, Judas Priest, Michael Shankup, AC/DC, and Le Mans. Also, we have Tim Floyd on Gates to Hell. Tim Floyd wants a copy of Gates to Hell. Thank you. And Tina Turner track list. I'll do that in 1 second. Oh, let me take this out of Laura's hands. And we have a very special delivery. She just delivered not too long ago, probably one of the most important assets tonight, the metal collection stash. And now we just got delivered a bottle of blue juice. This is one of the most potent, high-octane energy drinks sold in Tennessee. It's only offered exclusively at Elevate Coffee, which will get you highly elevated. Wow, what a drink. That is absolutely delicious. Wow. All right. So first thing we have is Tina Turner track list. How about one song will probably sell it, Trina? I put Teresa. Her name's Tracy. Trina. This has got What's Love Got to Do with It? I Might Have Been Queen. What's Love Got to Do with It? Show Some Respect. I Can't Stand the Rain. Private Dancer. Let's Stay Together. Better Be Good to Me. Steel Claw Help in 1984. That is new and sealed. $33.99. $33.99. All right, so I think we're sold on some auctions, right? Queen was at $15 with Edward Tanagi. Radio Gaga. That sold to Edward for $15. And then the last bid that came in on the Blues Brothers was Tony McDaniel. That's sold for $19. So those are sold and sold, okay? All right. Those are sold. Tony McDaniel got the Blues Brothers for $19. Let's see what else we got over here. And, of course, some of those auctions I read off, they'll be coming up just a slightly bit later. It's a little bit too early right now. It's only 5 o'clock. It's not even dark yet. Can't be selling auctions with the sun out. Tennessee Rumblers is our next single. That's from the New Orleans collection. $5 start there on the old Tennessee Rumblers. That is a $5 start. And then our next, give me 1 second here. I'm going to go through a lot of these right quick. See what we have ready for tonight. Interesting. Got a lot of cool picture sleeves here. All right, there's those. Okay. And let me go ahead and put this up right here. This is the Diablos. the Diablos. Got some New Orleans stuff here. This is the Diablos, and that's going to go up for a $5 start, okay? Okay. All right, so here's what was left in here. If you need a price, let me know. And then Ben Dygert. So I got Tina Turner sold, and Tina Turner sold. Ben Dygert wants Tina Turner. Tracy Miller. Those are sold and sold. Thank you and thank you. Those are done and done. Both Tina Turners. And then Autumn Betts. Yes, Autumn Betts, Amigo the Devil. This is called Born Against. This is sold, and this is sealed in $19.99. That is done. Before I go to the other crate, one more read through here. We have Dead Boys. We got My Morning Jacket, Insidious Disease, Five Finger Death Punch, Placebo, Five Finger Death Punch Sticks, Taylor Swift, Metallica, The Black Album, Flotsam and Jetsam, Mark Bolan, The Best of Annihilator, and then all those copies of Testament there. If anybody else wants one of those, let me know. There's our next two New Orleans singles. $5 start and $5 start. If anybody's interested in those, just let me know. They're right over here. I've got another crate like that, like these to read through again. And let me figure out which one I want to do next. I think one of these here had quite a bit of interest in it. So yeah, let's go ahead and go through this one. And some of the stuff's already sold where it was posted this morning, Whole Lot of Records. Make sure you pay attention around 6 o'clock a.m. Central Time. Most of the time around that time on Whole Lot of Records Facebook group, there is a group being posted. I guess I need to go ahead and just set a time. Let's just go ahead and say every morning at 6 a.m. there'll be a video posted on Whole Lot of Records with stuff available to be claimed, okay? Now, there's still some stuff in here, and also, Autumn Dye put Tedeschi, and I'm going to have to give him both copies when they come up because he didn't say which one, and that's going to go ahead and be right here. So this is I Am the Moon, Volume 3, Tedeschi Trucks Band. This is sold to Autumn Dye. Thank you, Autumn. That is sold to you. Tedeschi Trucks Band. And the next record here was Turnpike Troubadours, Goodbye Normal Street, Turnpike Troubadours. Was sold. I remember somebody claimed it. It was Adrian Wimmer. This is sold to Adrian Wimmer. That was sold for $19.99. And then G Love and Special Sauce. I think the first three here all got sold. G Love and Special Sauce, and this is officially sold. Let me find that to Eric Fisher. Thank you, Eric Fisher. That is sold. And we have, what here? We have Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, Slaughter on First Avenue. So this is available because I got two copies, and I think only one's been claimed. This is Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, and one is sold to Joshua Cross. Thank you, Joshua Cross, C-R-O-S-E. And this one's still available if anybody wants it. It's a psych record on purple vinyl, sealed for $29.99. And that is still available. To my knowledge, it is still available. And then these are buy it nows for $5 if anybody wants them. The Diablos and the Tennessee Rumblers. Those are buy it nows for $5 and $5. Tyler, the Creator, is available. That's $24.99. Also, Big Thief, Dragon New Warm Mountain, I Believe in You. Big Thief was sealed for $29.99. I got 4 of those. This one and only copy of Led Zeppelin House of the Holy for $24.99 is officially sold to Troy Overmeyer. Thank you, Troy. Led Zeppelin is sold to you. Also, I had 3 copies of Mazzy Peters, The Good Witch. That's sealed on red vinyl for $24.99. And then Amateur, A-M-I-T-U-R-E. That's a post-punk shoegaze album. That's unopened. That's $19.99. And then we have Vampire Weekend. And Vampire Weekend is sealed, $34.99. And that's known as Only God Was Above Us, $34.99 on that. Okay. Let's see here. Our next, let's see what I got right here. Boop, 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 boom. Da, 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 da. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to sort through all these incredible 45s we have and figure out which ones I want to auction. They were just basically delivered to me. So we're going to have a ton later tonight if we need to. Buy it nows on these, like a ton. Lots of them. This is a pretty cool one here. And then I think this one looks like a pretty cool one here. And then let's grab a New Orleans single. So here is, it was The Heat of the Moment by Asia and Robert Palmer. Big song here, Addicted to Love. Heat of the Moment's a $7 start, and Robert Palmer, Addicted to Love. Those are going to go up for $7 starts. Those are now up for bid. Also, here's another Taylor Swift. This is the Tortured Poets Department, and this is on the beige color vinyl. That's sealed for $29.99. Also, Leon Bridges, Good Thing. Leon Bridges, this is sealed for $24.99. Sealed Leon Bridges for $24.99. And this is sold to Scott Beebe. Thank you, Scott Beebe. That is sold to you. And I have 2 other copies if anybody else wants one. And then the Tennessee Rumblers is sold to Paul Spoonable for $5. I still got the Diablos for $5 if anybody wants that. A couple Leon Bridges. There's another one. Also, GBH, and this one was officially sold to Matt Shiker. Thank you, Matt Shiker. Also, I thought somebody wanted that. Matt Shiker also wanted the Dead Boys from the last bin. I was looking and looking. I knew something was wrong. Somebody had claimed that Dead Boys record as well. So this is also sold to Matt Shiker. Thank you, Matt Shiker. That is sold to you. And now we have one copy here of Kali Uchis, and that is sealed for $39.99. And then Sparing the Hose, that was JPEG Mafia Danny Brown, $39.99. And then two different REMs here. Two different REMs here for $29.99. And this is $29.99, and this is REM Automatic for the People and REM The Reckoning, and those are $29.99 there. $29.99. Make sure I didn't miss anything there. Sundays, Molly Tuttle, Crooked Tree. I don't think we've got to that yet. No, haven't got the Molly Tuttle. That was a request, though. And then Genesis is coming up, and then everything else. Def Mace's, Wolf Alice, Duke, two copies of any that are still available. Dave Mason, Offspring, Leon Bridget, Wolf Alice, 2 copies of any Duke, 2 copies. I'm not for sure what that meant there at the end when Scott Beebe said that, but I'll figure it out in just a second. And then Morgan Walden's that Brian, Uncle, and Black Ages. Okay. Uncle Acid. So, yeah, John Howard got the other Uncle Acid. John Howard got the other Uncle Acid. Thank you, John Howard. That's so to you. The Dead Boys is now sold, but if you want one, let me know. We had 3 or 5 copies of this last night. New release for Friday. Comes out tomorrow. Live in San Francisco, 1977. There's one there left, okay? Now, over here, we got Robert Palmer and we got Asia. And Asia has a high bid of 10, and Robert Palmer has a high bid of 10. That's where we're at right there on those. I guess I'll go ahead and try to just put in one little LP over here that was signed for tonight's auction. And this is a classic, a 1983 U.S. original with the original under sleeve EX edition of Triumph, Never Surrender. That's going to go up for a $20 star. Triumph, and it's a really nice copy. EX or better vinyl and the original under sleeve. And if anybody else wants anything in here, let me know. We got REM, Scaring the Hose. We got Kali Uchis. We have Leon Bridges. We have Taylor Swift. We have Vampire Weekend, Amateur, Mazzy Peters, Big Thief, Tyler the Creator. Everything else is sold. And let's run through another one. We're trying to knock out these first 6 crates in record time tonight, so we can go ahead and get started with some of our new stuff. Don't forget, I got new stuff over here, like 9 crates full of it. Yeah, you just heard me correctly. 9 new crates full of stuff over here, of new stuff that I've ordered, plus all the stuff that Paul and Laura's bringing up, and we're going to be doing a lot of Buy It Now 45s. I'm about to go ahead and start showing some of those. A lot of Buy It Now 45s as well, like we have a ton of them. Hundreds of them already in sleeve for tonight. This is Bjork, and this is surprisingly still available. We sold 2 or 3 last night. It's sealed. It's our last copy. Bjork is $24.99. Sylvian Esso is sealed for $19.99. 2 copies of that. This was our last copy of the Black Angels, and this is also sold to John Howard. He got Uncle Acid earlier, so that's sold to him. John Howard, thank you. Also, Taylor Swift. This is sold to Adrian Wimmer. Thank you, Adrian Wimmer. That's sold to you, Taylor Swift, on pink and blue vinyl. I have more of those, but they're not on pink and blue vinyl. Also, another Kali Uchis, and Kali Uchis here is sealed for $34.99. Quick update, Robert Palmer has a high bid of 16 with Mark Fallon. We're going to go ahead and sell Asia, though. Asia is sold to Robert Matthews for $10. Thank you, Robert Matthews. That's sold to you. Triumph is now at $26. I got 2 copies here of Wolf Alice, and Wolf Alice is sealed for $34.99. Wolf Alice is sealed for $34.99. I know at least one person claimed this, maybe 2. I have Wolf Alice, and this is sold to Scott Beebe. Thank you, Scott Beebe. Wolf Alice is sold to you. I appreciate that. If anybody else wants a copy, just let me know. And we have Spackle Tab on the Bjork. Thank you, Spackle Tab. That's sold to you. Now Triumph getting lots of bids. It's currently at 30. Also, XXX here is sold to Adrian Wimmer. Thank you, Adrian Wimmer. That is sold to you. And now we have one copy here of Taylor's version. That's on a different colored vinyl. That's on Rose Garden Pink. That is $34.99. And then this is called Liquor. This is a JPEG Mafia LP offline. That is not called a Liquor, even though there's a big Liquor sign on the front of it. $54.99 on yellow vinyl. 2 copies here of Blood Orange, Freestorm Sound. That's $24.99. And then Tyler the Creator is $24.99. I've got 2 copies. I can't believe these are still here. Lots of people have inquired. I expect them to sell now. Arrested Development, 3 years, 5 months, and 2 days in the life of Arrested Development. with their song Tennessee. That's $29.99. Also, Shirayushi. This is sealed. Japanese sock, $19.99. Adrian Wimmer wants Tyler the Creator Goblin. There's one of those left if anybody else wants one. 2 copies here of Red Hot Chili Peppers on 2LP on on gold vinyl. $24.99 on that. And then Drug Church Hygiene. That's sealed for $29.99. Triumph's now at $35. Robert Palmer is officially sold. And that is officially sold to Mark Fallon for the winning bid of $16. Thank you, Mark Fallon. That's so to you. Let's grab a handful and see which ones I have here to do for buy it nows right quick. Let's see here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's do these right here. These are $6.99 each. We got Blues Brothers, Rubber Biscuit, and Boo Movie Boxcar Blues. We got Billy Squire, Everybody Wants You. That's a big one. Drive by the Cars. Who's going to drive you home tonight? Redbone, the Witch Queen of New Orleans, and Chant, 13th Floor. Those are all $6.99, along with Danny O'Keefe, Good Time Charlie's Blues. Good Time Charlie's got the blues, and the B-side of that was the Valentine Pieces. Those are all $6.99. Adrian Wimmer wants the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That's sold to Adrian Wimmer. Are we done on Triumph? I've got to wait for Nico Capellanis. The high bid right now is $35. Next reckon here was the newest album by Peter Gabriel. That's $39.99. And Marillion is surprisingly still available. That's $34.99 for Marillion. Got a couple of those. And this is Manchester Orchestra, The Million Mask of God. It's either on red or white vinyl. It's sealed for $49.99. First in this buy it now pile for $6.99 was Mark Fallon on Drive, and then Tim Floyd on the Blues Brothers, and then Jason Thomas on Billy Squire, and then Brad Waits, you were next on Squire, and that leaves Redbone and Danny O'Keefe. If anybody wants those, they're going to go right there. Arrested Development was $29.99, which is about $10 below the MSRP from Music on Vinyl. So $29.99 on that. Andrew Schoen wants Manchester Orchestra. And now we have more stuff to do. What is going to be the more stuff that I do? We're about to find out. First thing I have here is, let's see here. That's going to be a buy it now. That'll be a buy it now. That'll be a buy it now. 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 We'll auction this because we don't see his 45s too often. Alice Cooper, Go to Hell, 1976 in the original company sleeve. Alice Cooper, $7 start. And we have Scandal, The Warrior, featuring Patti Smythe. We'll put that up for a $7. We'll put that up for a $7 start as well. Those are $7 starts. And then Chris Keller does want an Arrested Development. There's one Arrested Development left if anybody else wants it. We got one left if anybody else wants it. And now let's read through that crate one more time. That was a good one. Sold a lot out of here in the crate and then sold a lot of it live. So we have, this is Alice Cooper. This is called Go to Hell. And the B-side is Not Never Cry. And then we got the picture sleeve here to The Warrior, Scandal featuring Patti Smythe. So Sylvian Esso, Cali Uchis, and then also Wolf Alice. We sold one left. Taylor Swift, JPEG Mafia, Blood Orange, Freetown Sound, Tyler the Creator, Arrested Development, Shirushi, which is Japanese Psych Rock Septet. We have Septet. We have Red Hot Chili Peppers, Drug Church, Peter Gabriel, Marillion, and we have one Manchester Orchestra left. Let's go ahead and swap out crates. Got one more Fast and Furiously one to do there. Before I do that, I'm gonna, let me go ahead and bring it over here first. Let me go ahead and bring it over here first. Okay. Alrighty. Final call to get bids on those. And I lost somebody on Triumph, but I got to go ahead and sell it. And Triumph is sold to Robert Matthews for $35. Unfortunately, I never did have back from Nico Capellanis, but Triumph is sold for $35. I'm going to mute my mic for 1 second so I can take a drink of blue juice. All right, here we go. So Alice Cooper has a high bid of 7. Jackie Ray has that for 7. Final call. Next thing I have in here is Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway, Crooked Tree. Molly Tuttle is sold to John Miller. I have one left if anybody else wants it. Those are just $19.99. One sold to John Miller. Also Cheer, Drug Church. Cheer is sealed for $29.99. Sealed $29.99. Jim B on Tyler Goblin. Is that a different Jim B? That B is capitalized. Is that how it usually looks, or is that a different Jim B? Uh-oh. Surely we don't have two Jim Bs buying the same kind of music. or is it he on that account? He says he's on when he's driving or something. Tyler the Creator, this is so do you. Is that the same Jim B? I might have to double check that. Jim B got Tyler the Creator Goblin, thank you. And then we have Lord Heron, Long Lost, sealed for $29.99. One's his phone. Yeah, he said one is like when he's driving. I was like, well, that's interesting. Oxnard, Anderson Paik, because the other one, the B's lowercase. Anderson Paik, this is Oxford, that's $29.99. Also 6x6, sealed $19.99. Robert Plant, Allison Krause, Raise the Roof, $29.99. We have Greg Wheeler and the Polly Mall Cops, Manic Fever, that is sealed for $19.99. Ingrid Mickelson is sealed for $19.99. And Live the Love Beautiful Live, Driving and Crying, sealed $39.99. So Alice Cooper is officially sold to Jackie Ray for $7. If anybody wants the Warrior, it's a $7 buy it now. And then we have one copy left of Living Color Shade. That's a picture disc. Living Color is $19.99. Zach Bryan, American Heartbreak. Zach Bryan is officially sold to Charlie Sales. That's sold to Charlie Sales. Thank you. That's sold to you, Charlie. Also, we have two copies of Amel and the Sniffers. Comfort to Me. Amel and the Sniffers is $24.99. And we have Genesis Duke. I'm going to have one left because one of them's already sold. Genesis Duke here is officially sold to Mike Bartlett. Thank you, Mike Bartlett. Only $24.99. Who else wants one? There's one more left there. Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen is officially sold to Justin Garrett. Thank you, Justin Garrett. How much is Morgan Wallen? $34.99. $34.99. And I have another one sold. That's going to leave one Morgan Wallen left. This one is sold to R.J. Myers. Thank you, R.J. Myers. Never mind. We have the third and final one sold to Charlie Sales. Charlie Sales gets the third and final Morgan Wallen there. And then next over here is Jim Berg. He also wants Genesis Duke. Adam Bullock gets Amel and the Sniffers. And now we have Zach Bryan Summertime Blues. This is sold to Charlie Sales, and that is $24.99. Adrian, unfortunately, I'm fresh out of Morgan Wallen's. I can't get any more either at that price. I've got two copies here, and we also have one sold to Danny Thomason. Now there's only one Zach Bryan left, and that is $24.99. And we're also sold out of Dukes. So we're sold out of Morgan Wallen's. I can't get any more. We're sold out of Dukes. I can't get any more. And now let's go ahead and put up our next auction. Who is this? Keith Whitley, Tennessee Courage. And I'm over you. Keith Whitley is a $7 start. Keith Whitley is a $7 start. Also, we have a promo from George Harrison. Promo, not for sale. I Really Love You, double-sided promo, George Harrison, and the Dark Horse sleeve. $7 start on that. $7 start on that. All right, and now let's go ahead and get another LP going in just a second. Ben Dygert does want that last Zach Bryan, and now we're officially sold out of that, and there's only one Amel and the Sniffers left, just FYI. Let's read through these titles one more time, and we got one more crate like this to go through, then I'm going to go ahead and start going through new stuff. Has everybody hit the like button on Facebook? Has everybody hit the like button on YouTube? One more crate like this to go through, and then we're probably going to go ahead and get started with some of our newest new stuff. Most of the metal auctions are going to start right at around 7 o'clock, and I have slipped in already a couple. We've sold Triumph. I'm going to see what else I can kind of slip in over here, but if we start putting in too many, you know what's going to happen. They're going to be gone before, they'll be gone in a blink of an eye. Didn't we have some Japanese come in? Where's Seth at? Let me go ask him if we had some Japanese come in. I could really use some Japanese auctions right now. Here's a 1982 UK original EX Plus condition. Michael Shanker is going to go up for a $15 start. First in here, we have Molly Tuttle. We have Cheer. And then that was called Drug Church. Also, Lord Heron, one left. Anderson Paik, 6x6. Robert Plant, Allison Krause, Greg Wheeler, Polly Mall Cops, Ingrid Mickelson, Driving and Crying. We had Shaw Day, and we have one copy left of Amel the Sniffers for $24.99. Keith Whitley has a bid for $7. No bid on George Harrison. Michael Shanker is just a $15 start. If anybody else wants anything in there, just let me know. I'm going to go ahead and condense this with the other crate from over here. I'm going to try to walk around the corner here. I think there was a crate possibly of Japanese vinyl that showed up. And if so, I might need that. That would do well for some excellent auctions right now while we're waiting for everybody to get on and hop on for the show tonight. We do start around 5:30 every night. And with that being said, on Thursday nights, most of the premiere stuff gets rolling around 7, especially around 8 o'clock, okay? There's that. And here we go. Final call on Michael Shanker as well. Let me step up here and see if we can find, let's see what old Seth's doing up here. He's up here awfully quiet, which probably means he's up to something. Let's see if there's The box looks kind of ragged, so I'm kind of concerned. Let's open it up and inspect it, but let's hopefully they're in good condition, and hopefully there's great titles in here. We could use some Japanese auctions right now. They usually keep me a pretty good stash up here of stuff, and I have pretty much blown through it all the last couple nights, and I didn't really let them know, and I haven't had time to sort through the 45s yet, but we do need some LPs to auction, so. All right, I wonder if David Johnson's watching. I wonder if old David Johnson's watching. If he's not, he's about to miss out. Michael Schenker was a $15 start. Let's see if anybody's bid. And they have, okay? So, first thing we have, let me catch my breath. Okay, so first thing is Michael Schenker Group, Assault Attack. That's an 82 UK original. We're talking about a 1982 UK original. That is going to go up for a $15 start, and we have one bid. We have 245s at a final call. Keith Whitley, Tennessee Courage, and I'm Over You has one bid for $7. And we have I Really Love You. I Really Love You. George Harrison, double-sided promo, looking for a $7 start. First thing we have in here is My Morning Jacket. It still moves. My Morning Jacket is sealed on Golden Smoke vinyl, $29.99. Also, Black Alicious, Blazing Arrow. Black Alicious is $24.99. We have two of those available. Also, The Story So Far, Proper Dose. The Story So Far was sealed, $24.99. Porcupine Tree, Closure Continuation. Porcupine Tree, that is sealed, $29.99. And we have Tyler the Creator. Call Me If You Get Lost. Tyler the Creator is $24.99. And we have also one copy here I skipped over of Blood Orange. That is sealed for $19.99. And also Riot, The Fire Down Under. Now, I know we sold a Riot. These are unopened, just $29.99. Riot, unopened, and these are music on vinyl presses, and we sold one to Paul Conway. Thank you, Paul Conway. That's sold to you. There's one extra Riot there if anybody wants it. By the way, Michael Schenker got a new bid for $25. Curtis Marachi, you've been outbid. We have Let Live, the Blackest Beautiful. That is $29.99, a hardcore album. And we have two copies here of the Mavericks, In Time 10th Anniversary Deluxe on blue vinyl. The Mavericks is $24.99. Black Meaty Cavalade was $24.99. And The War on Drugs, A Deeper Understanding, those are sealed for $29.99. Pure Reason Revolution, Above Circus, $24.99. And this Tedeschi Trucks is sold to Allem Die. And that's sold to Allem Die. And he got that, and he got one earlier as well. Okay, that was the last ones we had there. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Make sure I hadn't liked anybody's comments. So we got Scott Beebe's Dave Mason, Offspring, Leon Bridges, Wolf Alice. And then he put Duke, 2 copies of Any are still available. Thank you. That's the only part I don't understand. Maybe we need to make a note to double check on his comment later. Scott Beebe put Dave Mason, Offspring, Leon Bridges, Wolf Alice, and then Duke, 2 copies of Any are still available. Thank you. That's the only part I quite don't understand what he meant there. I don't know if, Scott, you're watching, but I got Dave Mason for you. I got the Offspring. I got Leon Bridges, and I got Wolf Alice. And then after that, there's a couple spaces, and then it says Duke, 2 copies of Any are still available. Thank you. And that's where I'm kind of confused on what else he was wanting. So we do have a Riot, though, sold to Carl Berger. And let's go ahead and pull that for him. And that was right in here, or have already pulled that. I may have already pulled that. No, I haven't. There should be one Riot left in here. I don't recall anything Duke. I don't know Laura Mark Z. She remembers some of the titles better than me, even though I'm going through them. But I don't know if that was a title. I'm not for sure what that was. But let's go ahead and sell these for $7 and $7. First is the Keith Whitley, sold to Tony McDaniel, just one bid for $7. That's bizarre for Keith Whitley. And then we have this here. And this is 7 to Larry Warren, Genesis Duke. It was Duke Genesis. Okay, that really throws me off sometimes. Genesis Duke, okay? All right, now Genesis Duke, gotcha. So yeah, I might have to correct that then because somebody earlier wanted, we had an extra one live. Yeah, we had one left, so he should have got one. Let's make a note to put him on a waiting list, and I'll try to get him a copy. And then he put 2 copies of Any are still available. Also don't know if that means he wanted 2 copies, because if so, I can get him another Dave Mason and another Offspring and another Leon Bridges. I need to reply. Let me go ahead and do that and just say, did you mean you wanted 2 copies of each? Okay, we'll find out. Yeah, I messed up the Dukes then. He wanted a Duke. I don't know why that didn't. It almost looked like Alice Duke, and I was trying to figure out what that was, and that messed me up. And I already sold his copy live. We'll have to get him one later. Scott is very understanding, though, so otherwise I'd go back and correct it. Some people, I think, will be like, I was first, I need it. And then other people, I think I can always reach out to and be like, I messed it up. It'll be a lot easier if I can just get you one next week, and they'll probably say, I'm okay with that. But it is kind of a first-come, first basis. So let's go ahead and sell Michael Shanker for $25, and this was a winning bid for $25, and that was over here of Carl Berger. Thank you. So I figured that out. Let's make a note to put him on Genesis Duke waiting list, and I think I have locked everybody's comments. I'll clarify with Scott, and the only thing that sold out was Aaron Below. You were late on the Turnpike Troubadours. Somebody already sold that. All right, I think we're good to go. That was a very eventful first way to start the show. It's 6:11. We have already filled up an entire crate of sold records over here. That's the first batch, and most of that was just from the video last night. It's time to go ahead and start going through new stuff. I have Japanese vinyl over here. I just unboxed a whole box of Japanese. We got a bunch of Buy It Now 45s coming up. Here is this one right here. This is Night Ranger, and this is 7 Wishes. Let's put this up for a $35 start. The vinyl is exactly what you would expect. Near mint minus and pristine. It has a Japanese insert with it. Cover and Obi Night Ranger 7 Wishes is going to go up for a $35 start. There's that. And let's put this right here behind me. And what a great way to start tonight's show. Already chipping away at a bunch of fantastic titles we have for tonight. Let me try to get some more of this Japanese stuff unboxed. So it's right here next to me. And I think we've emptied pretty much a whole crate. I probably could do a little bit more condensing, but I think we just sold, well, I just filled up a whole crate, so it makes sense that we just sold a whole crate. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's go ahead and go through this crate right here. So it's about that time. Actually, you know what? I think we might, before we get to brand new stuff, even though there's 9 crates full of it, it wouldn't be right unless we did some sort of discount bin. Whether it's vintage or whether it's some of this recent BIN, BIO stuff, either is okay with me. Let me just figure out which one I want to go through here. Let me first move this. I had a James Bond poster fall off the wall the other day. I think it was where it was so windy. I've got my Bond posters kind of like almost hanging up in the rafters. It's on up against the wall. And Tanner came in and said one of them completely fell. And it somehow didn't break. It probably fell 20 foot. We got tall ceilings back here, and it completely fell off the top and somehow didn't break. And now I've moved it around about 10 times, and it's been in my way. So I think I've got it out of the way, though. I think I've got it out of the way. Let's see here. Was this a half-off crate? Buy It Now. I can't remember. There's Dolly. Boy, this has got some good titles in it. I might have shown this one, Buy It Now Best Offer, last night, which probably means no, or a couple nights ago, which have been Monday. Let's do this vintage bin half off before we officially get started in anything else. Let's do this vintage bin half off. Okay, let me swap these around. Hope everybody's done me a favor and hit the like button on Facebook and a like button on YouTube and a like button, I guess, just about everywhere you see it. If you see a like button and you haven't hit it, then you need to do that right now. Let's try to go through a vintage crate right quick. These are going to be half off. And here we go. So, when I left off, the last comment was, what were the Diablos 45? This is the Diablos. Crazy Car Hop. Stella's Got a Fella. Hey Girl. Wild Lover. That's going to go up for a $5 Buy It Now. Night Ranger has one bid for $35. That is a final call. I'm going to go ahead and swap out crates right quick. I'm going to put this one right here next to me. And let's go ahead and get another new crate rolling. We're going to do some half off vintage here. That means these are half off. First come, first serve. No more, no less. And then we've got 9 crates of new vinyl tonight. Plenty of new straight priced metal stuff, I believe, on the way. And Night Ranger's the final call. What was that driving and crying? That was Live, Love, Let the Lives Live, or something of that nature. Live the Love Beautiful Live. or Live, the Love, Beautiful, Live. It's either Live, the Love, Beautiful, Live, or Live, the Love, Beautiful, Live, or Live, the Love, Beautiful, Live, or Live, the Love, Beautiful, Live. Driving and Crying. It's sealed for $39.99. It's a 2 LP. I have about 5 of those available. Night Ranger's a final call. Next thing we have going up is Heart, $10. This is the half off price. Should be great titles in here at half off sticker. Heart is $10. No more, no less. And we have the Fix Phantoms. The Fix is $12.50. Also, Paul Simon, Live and Crying. This is $10. We have Rick Hall. That is $39.99. Also, Jason Hughes on Heart. That's so to Jason Hughes. Thank you. We have Carly Simon Spy for $5. Also, Santana Moonflower is $17.50. And Leo Kottke, $7.50. Night Ranger is sold for $35. And that's so to Brad Waits. Thank you. Next auction is going to go up right now. As soon as I sell Rick Hall, the Driving and Crying for $39.99. Thank you. That's so to you. And now we have, right now, going up for auction is the following. This is a Japanese pressing of the Beatles. And I'm going to go ahead and put up a Japanese pressing of Deep Purple right now. These are going to go up for $35 starts. First thing we have is the Beatles at the Hollywood Bowl, UK Flag Series number 30. This is going to go up for a $35 start. The vinyl is near mint minus and pristine. There's the insert. There's the Japanese book. There's the cover. UK Flag Series number 30, gatefold, $35 start. And we also have, right now, Deep Purple, made in Europe. Deep Purple's a Japanese pressing. It's also near mint minus and pristine. It's a very clean copy. That's Deep Purple, made in Europe. That's a $35 start, okay? Now, also, we have George Sambarez on the Fix. That's so to George Sambarez. Thank you, George. That's so to you. Scott Reimer on PS for Paul Simon. That's so to Scott Reimer. And we also have Robert Palmer in Shrink with Hype. Contains the hit Johnny and Mary. That's now $10. Also, Ian Hunter Live is $15. Ian Hunter self-titled, or excuse me, Ian Hunter short back and sides is $7.50. The Honey Drippers is $12.50, and Honeymoon Suite is $12.50. First thing I have here is some Buy It Now 45s. What's going to be the first one? John Anderson, as in John Anderson of Yes. Easier Said Than Done from 3 Ships, $6.99 on that. Mick Jagger, Just Another Night, $6.99. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Spinning Wheel, and You Make Me So Very Happy, $6.99. Alabama, You've Got the Touch, and She and I. Also, Johnny Horton, The Battle of New Orleans, and North to Alaska. And Charlie Daniels Band, Boogie Woogie Fiddle Country Blues, and Working Man, You've Got It All. Those are all $6.99. $6.99 on all those 45s there. Charlie Daniels, Johnny Horton, Alabama, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Mick Jagger, and John Anderson. Last thing I said was Beatles at 35. No one has been on Deep Purple. It is Edward Togg. He put 5, and then he put 40. And then we have Carl Berger on IH, and that's for Ian Hunter. Now, Carl, there's 2 Ian Hunters. There's Welcome to the Club Live and Short Back and Sides. Let me know. Tim Floyd Santana, the half-off price was $17.50. Jason Hughes first on Robert Palmer. That is so to Jason Hughes, and Dwayne Caldwell wants the Johnny Horton. Kind of back-to-back hits there. That's so to Dwayne Caldwell for $6.99. Also, the Fix, Walkabout, the Fix is $13.50. We have John Lennon Mind Games, that's $12.50. And the Beach Boys 15 Big Ones is $10. Carl Berger wants the Ian Hunter Live, Tim Floyd on Santana. Those are sold and sold. Also, Minute Work Cargo is $12.50. GTR is $12.50. GTR is $12.50. Paul Simon, One Trick Pony, $10 on Paul Simon. And the Rolling Stone Still Live concert in shrink wrap, $13.50. Final call on those 2 auctions. Final call on those 2 auctions. The next New Orleans single is going to go up right now. It's Skinny McGee and his Mayhem Makers. Model A Blues. That's going to go up for a $5 start. Hall & Oates, Whole Oats. Hall & Oates is $15. Ken Roning wants the Ian Hunter short back and sides. That's going to go right here to Ken Roning. Thank you. What's the name of the Honeymoon Suite? The Honeymoon Suite is called the Big Prize, $12.50 on Honeymoon Suite. The Brandos, Honor Among Thieves, that's $7.50. Carl Berger on the Rolling Stones. Thank you, Carl Berger. That is so to you. And we have Jack Bruce Band. That is $10. Christopher, you're the first person I said when I went live. I said, we've got a big night except for one thing. I forgot to get a Led Zeppelin RL ready for tonight. How about I postpone it one more day and we'll say tomorrow. And hopefully I have it ready by then. We'll see what happens. I apologize for not having it ready tonight. I usually like to clean them really well, test play both sides, and I just never got around to that last night, and I still stayed here way too late. I ran out of time, and I even stayed here way too late. Alvo Dabney got Paul Simon, thank you. Michael Butler on Jack Bruce Band, thank you. Carl Berger second. Time to sell some auctions here. The Beatles got one bid for $35, and that's sold to Carl Berger, a Japanese pressing of Hollywood Bowl. We do have some incredible auctions. I don't know if anybody caught my little, I said, surprise, Aussie surprise tonight. What could that be? Aussie surprise. And then right here is Beatles Hollywood Bowl, and this is sold to Carl Berger for $35. That's sold to Carl Berger for $35. And we have Deep Purple sold to Edward Tanagi for $40. Some of these, whoever's tagging the show, some of these Japanese I have went ahead and re-sleeved. Some of them I haven't. So some of them I've already put in new sleeves. Some of them I haven't. Skinny McGee has one bid for $5. And also we have Sticks. Sticks is $10. And we have Phantom Rocker and Slick. That is $10. And Little Feet Hoy Hoy, $15. I can tell Seth just went in the bathroom because the door just absolutely slammed. Everybody's much more respectful. They quietly closed the door. Seth just went in there and just absolutely just slammed the door. Totally caught me off guard. That's strike one for tonight. I'm going to drink some blue juice right quick. He might be mad. The Tennessee Vols didn't lose, did they? All right, give me 1 second. We're right in the middle of a heated bin. All right. Here comes John. And sorry, I had to send a message, and I am back where I'm back to go. Back ready to go. Skinny Puppy 5, Skinny Puppy 6, 7, and Teresa. I don't know what's going on Facebook. Ed told me you couldn't access Facebook. I said, that's not good. So I apologize. I'm not for sure what's going on. I'll try to look into it while I'm live. I think I'm the only one here right now with admin on Facebook, admin privileges. But Robert Matthews gets Sticks. Thank you. And we also have the MCA Sound Conspiracy. That is $7. If you're just hopping on, make sure you've liked the post on both Facebook and YouTube. We're going through a half-off vintage bin. Half off, no more, no less. Roberta Flack is $10. Roberta Flack, Chapter 2, just $10 on Roberta Flack. Loretta Lynn, God Bless America, $5. Also, the Beft of Jethro Tull is $10. And we have $12.50 on Pussycat, starring Harry Nilsson, $12.50. And Seth's over here making odd clown gestures like he's some sort of, comedian or something. Man, this dude's already on my nerves tonight. Robin Trower, Long Misty Days. He hadn't been here but one time in 2 weeks, and he's already about ready to get fired. Jerry Rafferty, City to City. Jerry Rafferty is $10. Les Paul and Mary Ford. Les Paul is $10. Les Paul's right there. And next thing we have is Loretta Lynn. That's so to Scott O'Man. Thank you, Scott O'Man. That's so to you. Carl Berger on JT. That's Jethro Tull. Diego Sanchez on Nielsen. That's so to Diego Sanchez. Michael Butler, you were second. And we have Three Dog Night. That is $10 on Three Dog Night. And Greatest Hits Melanie, $5. Teresa, I bet you've commented so much that they've restricted your comments. I've heard that's happened before. You can bid so much you can comment so much on Facebook that they restrict you. And probably where you bid on about 300 auctions for 9 hours straight last night, you've probably been throttled on Facebook because you watched last night for about 8 hours straight bidding on almost every auction multiple times. So you might have been throttled. I've been known for people to get blocked. You've probably commented so much you can't comment for a while. You probably have to let it chill off for about 24 hours. But you probably commented over 1,000 times last night, I bet. Deep Purple is a $35 start. This is called 24 karat purple. The obi is torn, but this is a beautiful Japanese pressing, and that's a $35 start. Skinny McGee is at 11. Next is Pentangle, Cruel Sister, $13.50 on Pentangle. We have Hank Williams' Original Drifting Cowboys Band, $10 on that. And we have the Mamas and Papas Monday, $7.50. We're going through a half off bin. That's a Japanese pressing, a deep purple compilation. Thank you, John, as always. Let me go ahead and put up another auction. Let's go ahead and try to slip in one here. I'm going to go ahead and see what else I got back here. Boy, there's too much greatness. How about we go ahead? I'm going to slip in one more metal auction here. And the first one we have is a 77 UK original. A 77 UK original VG condition, Black Sabbath's greatest hits, with all that carnage going on the cover. Oh, some kind of like War Pigs type song, like total carnage. People getting like hauled off, skeleton heads being hauled off by skeletons. That's going to be a $25 start on that. $25 start on that. Let me mute my mic for 1 second, please. Okay. Should be good to go now. First thing we have is, so I pulled, the last thing I pulled was Pussycats, and that was for Diego, then Michael Butler. George Sambarez first on Robin Trower. George Sambarez got Robin Trower. Let me find that. Yeah, George Sambarez got Robin Trower. Skinny McGee, 10-11. And then Michael Butler first on the Hank Williams Drifting Cowboys. And then Michael Butler on Mamas and Papas. Avery, Robin Trower's already sold. Skinny, 12. George Sambarez, second on Mamas and Papas. Black Sabbath, 33. Black Sabbath, 25. Black Sabbath, 35. And we have Phil Collins. Hello, I Must Be Going. Phil Collins is $10. Also, Orson Welles, the complete original radio broadcast. That's always cool to listen to. $15 on that. It's a 2 LP. Madonna, now just $17.50. And the Lovin' Spoonful's greatest hits, $6.50. So let's update our two auctions. This is Black Sabbath's greatest hits. Yes, it was only ever released on NIMS. A 77 UK VG condition, Black Sabbath's greatest hits, $37. $37, now $39. Deep Purple's called 24 Karat Purple. Great compilation. It does have OB damage. We're looking for a $35 start. Final call. Skinny McGee. This is the next New Orleans single, and the last bid on Skinny was Teresa Brookshire at 12. Next thing we have is Black Sabbath out, and then what was the price on Little Feat? We're going through a half-off bin. The prices, I say, are the half-off prices, no more, no less. Only $15 on that, Rick Perrine. It's clean, too. No condition notes. Also, Ben Digert on Phil Collins. That's so to Ben Digert. This is a half-off vintage bin, no more, no less. Robert Palmer, Double Fun. Robert Palmer is $10. Also, Gray Slick Dreams. Gray Slick is $7.50. Madonna was called Madonna. It's self-titled. Madonna by Madonna is $17.50. Also, we have Paul Simon, Hearts and Bones. And Dennis Daly second on Phil Collins. We got Simply Red Picture Book. Simply Red is $10. Carly Simon, Anticipation. Carly Simon is $5. Ian Hunter, All-American Alien Boy, $7.50 on Ian Hunter. And Leo Kottke, Guitar Music, $7.50 on Leo Kottke. All right, so Teresa gets the next New Orleans single, and that is sold to Teresa for $12. Thank you, that's sold. Also, we have Rick Perrine said he is sold on the Little Feat. Let's sell that to Rick Perrine. Also, we have Mike Burson sold on Madonna. That's sold to Mike Burson. Madonna sold. Ben Digert on RP, and RP for Ben Digert was going to be Robert Palmer. That is sold. Patrick Lear on Ian Hunter, and that is sold. And if anybody wants Deep Purple, it is going to be a $35 buy it now. Now, the vinyl's nice. Unfortunately, there is some OB damage, as in a rip at the top and a rip at the bottom. The vinyl's really nice, though. If anybody wants that, it is a buy it now for $35. I'm going to go ahead and put it in a new sleeve here. and that is available if anybody wants it. Let me put it right back here. Also, we have the Fix, Reach the Beach, just $12.50. One thing leads to another. Ken Roning, you were next on Ian. We got Michael Jackson Thriller, now just $17.50. Autumn Betts wants to Orson Well Records. Thank you, Autumn. That's so to you. And Player, Baby Come Back. It's actually just called Player, self-titled by Player. $12.50. The last bid on the Black Sabbath. The last bid on Black Sabbath was Shane Devers at $50. Shane Devers at $50. Going once, going twice. We're about to sell it. Let's go ahead and step over here to our next batch of Japanese stuff I have ready for tonight. And the next thing I have is going to come probably over here from this box. And what do I have here? What do I have here? Nice, an Allman Brothers Japanese. This is Enlightened Rogues, and Allman Brothers is going to go up for a $35 start. The vinyl is exactly how you would expect. Near mint minus and pristine. The Allman Brothers Enlightened Rogues, that's going to go up for a $35 start. Insert Obi, nice cover, nice everything. That's now up for bid. $35 start. Our next New Orleans single is going to be, give me 1 second. What do we have here? The Gorgons. The Gorgons. Gorgons, yeah, that's what that says. And this is called Crab Cake. Gorgon's Crab Cake. That's going to go up for a $5 start. Next in the comments is Tim Floyd on MH. I believe he meant MJ. He did, so that's sold to him. Diego second. And then Robert Matthews wants the info on Simply Red. That was called Picture Book. No condition notes. $10 on that. Spackle Tab on the Fix. Allman Brothers has a bid for $35. David Rose the Stripper. That is $10. Also, Rare Earth Ecology, $12.50. Rare Earth Ecology, $12.50. Sounds like I'm something I wanted to say on this, but I don't remember. Anyway, the Chambers Brothers is $15. Love, Peace, and Happiness. Harry Belafonte, Calypso. That has Deo on it. Patrick Lair on Rare Earth. I was maybe just going to say it's a great album. How about that? Elizabeth Taylor in London. That is $12.50. An original soundtrack to that. The Moody Blues 7th Sojourn, a nice German press, $10. Michael Butler on CB, Chambers Brothers. Nice records being pulled out of here, the half-off bin. John Lennon, just $12.50, rock and roll. And we have Soulful Strut, $10 on that. All right, so Black Sabbath is sold to Shane Devers for $50. The Allman Brothers is a $35 bid, and that's a final call. And then we have the Gorgons, $5 startup on that. Belafonte was just $5. Let's read through those one more time. Phil Freeman, yeah, and that sold the other night, and it was put back. I was like, man, can't believe no one's going to buy that. And now Phil Freeman grabs it for the half-off price, doing pretty much a nonsense half-off vintage bin. There was pretty much very little in there for it to make sense for that to be half off, but they were. And now we're going to go ahead and put up another auction right quick. Let's see what else I have over here. Let's go ahead and do an accept. I'm kind of working my way into some of the 7 o'clock metal auctions. First, we're going to do this right here, a 1984 U.S. repress. Now, the reason we call this a repress, it was the first time it was released in the United States. So it's the OG release for the United States. It's accept, self-titled. We're going to put that up for a $35 start. It's very clean, EX, and a nice jacket on that. Next thing we have was Diego Sanchez, got the John Lennon. And then also the Moody Blues sold to Scott Reimer. So that's sold to Diego, that's sold to Scott Reimer, and Helly Belafonte sold to Jason Vauxhall. All right, let's read through those one more time. First thing I have here is Carly Simon Spy, $5 on Carly Simon. Leo Kottke is $7.50. The Honey Drippers, Robert Plant, Jimmy Page. It is clean, very nice, $12.50 on that, $12.50 on that. Also the Fix, this one's called Walkabout with Hop Sticker, Gold Stamp Promo, $13.50 on the Fix. How about Mind Games and Shrink Wrap? John Lennon Mind Games, Apple, and that is now $12.50. Great stuff here. Randomly ended up in the half-off bin. Beach Boys, 15 big ones. Beach Boys is $10. Minute Work Cargo's $12.50. GTR is $12.50. Hall & Oates Whole Oats is $15. Honeymoon Suite is $12.50. And the Brandos is $7.50. The Allman Brothers is sold to Michael Butler for $35. Does anybody want to bid on the Accept album? It's a final call for $35. Autumn bid on the Gorgons. I was just about to make that a bite now. Sell that to Autumn for $5. The Gorgons is gone. Gorgons is gone. Next thing we have here is Phantom Rocker Slick. It's $10. And the MCA Sound Conspiracy. That's a compilation. $7.50. Some of the artists you see there on the front, or the artists you do see on there on the front, are artists that appear on that compilation. Let's go ahead and get another Japanese auction up and rolling. And the next one is Night Ranger. This one's called Dawn Patrol. Always seems like there's a lot of interest in this. And Night Ranger is going to go up for a $35 start. $35 start. There is that. There is that. There's that, and there's that, and that starting bid is $35. Also, Roberta Flack, kind of surprised that's still left too. That's called Chapter 2. Chapter 2, Roberta Flack, that is now available. And also, we have Jerry Rafferty, a classic with Baker Street and right down the line. Jerry Rafferty is $10. We also have Les Paul Mary Ford, $10 on that. Three Dog Night is $10. One copy here of Melanie's Greatest Hits for $5. Melanie is $5. Pentangle is $13.50. Also, Love and Spoonful is $6.50. It was $12.99. Grace Slick is $7.50. Paul Simon is $10. Carly Simon Anticipation $5. Leo Kottke $7.50. We have Player Baby Come Back just $12.50. Simply Red is $10. David Rose is Stripper $10, and Elizabeth Taylor $12.50 on that. So Accept has a new bid for $37. Night Ranger has bids for $25.25. All right, let me scroll through some of these, figure out what our next auction is going to be. Buy it now, 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 buy it now. Yep, yes. Let's go ahead and start doing some of these buy it nows. We're about to go into our first batch here of new stuff for tonight. But first, we got Jason Hughes on Simply Red. I was waiting for somebody to grab that, and there it is. That's so to Jason Hughes. Thank you. These are $6.99. Let's cut this stack in half. And let's start right here with the Stampeders. A promo copy of Sweet City Woman. The Stampeders. How about Sweet Sensation? Take It While It's Hot. Jan and Dean, Drag City in the original company sleeve. Atlanta Rhythm Section, Imaginary Lover. Neil Diamond, I Am, I Said, and Done Too Soon. And then let's do back-to-back Neil Diamonds. Solitary Man, a white label from Bang. And then we also have Tulsa Time, a promo from Eric Clapton. Those are all $6.99 there. $6.99. Those are all buy it nows. $6.99. Next thing we had was we sold Simply Red. Night Ranger 36, Night Ranger 36, Night Ranger 37. Ken Roning does want the Gray Slick. That is sold to him. And then Chris Farrar on Player, Baby Come Back, and now we have these for $6.99. Jason on Neil Diamond, now do you want Solitary Man or I Am, I Said? You got first dibs on those unless, no, wait a minute. Yeah, you do. And you wanted J and D for Jan and Dean, right? Jason got Jan and Dean. He's also first in Neil Diamond. And then Atlanta Rhythm Section is sold to Jennifer Schrader. Thank you. And that leaves Eric Clapton and his band, Tulsa Time, Sweet Sensation, and the Stampeders, Sweet City Woman. So let me know which of those two you wanted. Now, we need to update on Accept. After Troy bid 37, I never did hear back from Brad Waits. Brad, you never did bid again on Accept after he bid 37. And now Night Ranger has jumped up to 37. So both auctions are at 37 in their final call. We have Neil Diamond and Neil Diamond. Those are both sold to Jason Boxel. Diego Sanchez wants both Leo Kottke's that's here in this bin. Let's go ahead and pull those. Both Leo Kottke's. So that is these two right here. Those are sold to Diego and Diego. Phantom Canuck on Melanie. And the Melanie that was in here was Greatest Hits, right? That's sold to Phantom Canuck. And then, was there another one in here? I guess that was it on Melanie, right? Yeah, so Phantom, he gets that one. And then Jennifer Schrader wants the Sweet City Woman promo. Nobody on Tulsa Time, the Eric Clapton promo. Now, Night Ranger 3838. And then, Brad, I just got to make sure you're done on Accept. The high bid on Accept is with Troy Schrock at $37. That's a final call, okay? Now, here's what I usually do when I've been doing these half-off bins, especially early, and we used to do it mostly late, but here's what's left in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 22 records in there, which I think are some pretty good titles. 22 records in there, and if anybody's interested, I'll do a bundle deal for $125. So everything that's left in there for $125, everything that's left in the crate, it's a bundle deal. And I think, as you can see, there's some a pretty good selection. John Lennon, Roberta Flack, Pentangle, very nice Paul Simon albums, Jerry Rafferty, also Honeymoon Suite, an early Hall & Oates album, $125, and Thomas Baumhart says he'll take them. How can you go wrong there? So this officially is done. This entire crate is sold. The rest of it to Thomas Baumhart, and that is done. And we're going to start off Metal Night with an air horn. I think I forgot to do one last night. So let me go ahead and say thank you, Thomas and David. I would have read you the track listing on that compilation, but that is already sold. Those are all gone. This crate is now officially empty. Those are all done. I'm going to go ahead and put on my headphones. I got to let everybody know right now that this air horn is coming out. So for Paul in the back, Laura in the back, and I don't really care too much about Seth up front, we'll go ahead and blow this air horn right now. Thank you, Thomas Baumhart. All right, fantastic. Now, let's go ahead and Brad is out on accept. This is sold to Troy Schrock for $37. Thank you, Troy. That's sold to you. And now Night Ranger over here. And Night Ranger over here. Night Ranger is at 40 with Nico Kapelanis, and that's a final call. Nico Kapelanis is a final call on Night Ranger for $40. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and grab our first new crate of the night. That's amazing. And let's grab this one right here. Let's see what we got going on. We got a lot of 45s to go through tonight too, so hope everybody's ready. I owe you an air horn from last night. That I just double downed, okay? That was a double dose there. That was a double dose. Air horn inventory. Air horn inventory, we got 2 in the chamber. And then I got 1 here in pocket. So how about 2 in the clip, 1 in the chamber? Yeah. I've got 1 ready to fire, which is the one I just used. 1 firing, and then I've got 2 still in the clip. All righty. Here we go. So Night Ranger is officially sold, and that's sold to Nico Kapelanis. Thank you, Nico. That is sold to you. All righty. Here we go. I can tell the blue juice is working excellently well tonight. I feel it pumping through my veins. Wow. Okay. Could I sneak behind Seth and do the air horn? I'm not that cruel. That would be, honestly, that would be like dangerous because it's painfully loud. I mean, he could literally like get hurt. It would be very painful. If you wasn't expecting that thing blown right in your face, oh my gosh, you could hurt somebody. It's a weapon. Next thing we have is Def Leppard Pyromania. This is a 1983 U.S. Pittman original. It's got no condition notes. This is a super duper clean copy of Def Leppard Pyromania. This is an 83 U.S. Pittman, extremely nice, and this is a $35 start. This is Def Leppard Pyromania. It's going to go up for a $35 start. $35 start. That's why I literally announced. I'm telling y'all, Paul blew it the other night back here, and I even knew he was about to do it when we sold that Alice in Chains record on a Sunday or Monday, whatever night I wasn't here. Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday. He and it like I was up front fixing a drink, and it like I jumped. I was like, man, that thing's loud. I was 30 yards away. All righty, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So first thing we have. Our next Japanese is the Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly. This is going to go up for a $35 start. The Rolling Stones, Through the Past Darkly, Volume 2. This is near mint minus and pristine. What a cool pressing here from Japan. Nice insert, gatefold cover, crisp, clean, Through the Past Darkly, big hits. Through the Past Darkly, Big Hits Volume 2, a $35 start on that. And that is now officially ready to be bid on, okay? First thing we have in here is an awesome Pink Floyd 3LP live box set, Delicate Sound of Thunder, 24-page book, 23 songs, 9 songs not originally released on that Delicate Sound of Thunder original release. $79.99, 3LP and book from Pink Floyd. Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. Linkin Park is new and sealed, $33.99 for Linkin Park. In the End, Linkin Park. $33.99. The Verve is $59.99. Urban Hymns only have one. Of course, this has their big song Bittersweet Symphony on it. The Verve, Urban Hymns, $59.99 on the Verve. I only got one of those, another import. That's kind of like Garbage. Like the other night, we had that Garbage album, or last night or 2 nights ago, whenever that was, and it's like the only version that's available. Kind of the same story on this, $59.99. We've got 3 copies of Eric Church, Misunderstood. Eric Church has been selling very well, and I haven't had this one. It's on blue vinyl. That is $33.99. Tracy Miller wants a Linkin Park. I've got one Linkin Park left if anybody else wants it. I also have Jurassic World. This is $69.99. This is a special request for Robert Vlodarchek. I've got one extra copy I can get if anybody else wants it, as long as it's still in stock. Very cool. It's a Mondo soundtrack. That's sold to Robert Vlodarchek, $69.99. Quick update on our auctions. Def Leppard has 2 bids for $40 and $40, and then it opened up at $35 and $35. David Tate bid $35, Christopher Dean bid $35, Def Leppard $40, Def Leppard $40, Rolling Stones $35, $35, $40, and $40, and now Ben Dykert wants Eric Church. There's 2 extra Eric Church left there if anybody else wants one. Also, I've got 2 copies of Pearl Jam Backspacer. This is a 2 LP, $33.99. The Fixer's on here, Amongst the Waves. That is $33.99. I've got 2 copies of that. And we have Rolling Stones $35, another $35 bid, and now Def Leppard's at $42. 2 copies of Incubus Morning View. Incubus is a 2 LP, $38.99 for Incubus Morning View. 2 copies of that. And the Misfits collection. I don't know who's been asking for this, but here it is. I went ahead and ordered one because I think the last couple I ordered, I had trouble selling just because I think I order it quite often. But there is that, and it's $33.99 if anybody wants it. Okay, let me figure out where that bundle ended. Right there. Okay, sorry, I had to mark that bundle from earlier. And let's pause right there and give Freddie Milford M for Misfits. And I'm going to show some quick buy it nows. These are all $6.99. We got an Eric Clapton promo, Lay Down Sally. The Bee Gees, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart. Also, Peter Wolf, Lights Out. Janet Jackson, Miss You Much. Carole King, Sweet Seasons. And Carly Simon, Tired of Being Blonde. Those are all $6.99 singles there. Most of them, or all of them, have the company sleeve or a picture sleeve. And that was a Carly Simon, Carole King. We have Janet Jackson, Peter Wolf, the Bee Gees, and Eric Clapton. Those are all available if anybody wants them. Where should I put them? I'm going to put them right there for right now. First thing was we sold M for Misfits. Also, Stacey Brown wants an Eric Church. That is sold to Stacey Brown. And that has officially filled up this crate right here. So let me go ahead and swap out crates and say that is done. And now we need a new one to start filling up. Let me put this one right there. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in on Thursday night. We call this Metal Night, but as you see, there's a wide variety of records. We just literally showed shown Carly Simon and the Bee Gees, and this is Thursday Metal Night. Thursday Metal Night is reserved for the auction block starting, well, we've already started slipping in a few, except Def Leppard, Black Sabbath, the hard and heavy stuff, the big dog stuff starts around 7 o'clock on the auction block, and then here in a minute, we're going to have some crates to go through as well. So that is kind of what we do on Thursday Metal Nights. It's basically the night we reserve all the big metal auctions for. And, of course, you're going to see a wide variety of other music. I had a lady comment on our post, a really good customer. She said, I'll see all of y'all tomorrow night. I don't listen to heavy music. And I was like, no. There's all kinds of other stuff shown on Thursday nights. Just be aware. And then the Bee Gees here is sold to Jason Boxell for $6.99. Thank you, Jason. That was a promo. And then we still got Clapton, Carly Simon, Carole King, Janet Jackson, and Peter Wolf. Now, over here, it looks like Def Leppard's still getting bids. Brad Waits is in at 45, now 46. Jason Thomas wants Eric Clapton, Lay Down Sally promo. And the Rolling Stones, the last bid on that, the last bid on the Rolling Stones Japanese pressing was Jason Boxell at $50. Going once, going twice. And Def Leppard still getting bids too. Next is Jimi Hendrix live at Berkeley. Excellent live concert here. The Definite 2 LP, the complete performance, and it's an original sequence. Deluxe 8-page book with rare photos. Jimi Hendrix live at Berkeley, an official release, $34.99. 2 copies of Flotsam and Jetsam, Dreams of Death. I've never had that one before. $33.99 on Flotsam and Jetsam. And Neil Young and the Santa Monica Flyers, Goodbye Waterface, New York broadcast, 1973. This is $34.99. And it looks like Laura just dropped off a crate over here. And it looks like it may have some METAL in it. What? And then The Cure. This is called Wake Me in the Dark. This is The Cure live, Belgium. $29.99 on the Cure, and 2 copies here of a Joni Mitchell. This is live, Den Haag maybe, 1983, and that was $29.99. I was 40 on Rolling Stones. Is that what I said? Yeah, the Rolling Stones. You have it, RS, $40. Yes. If that's not what I said, then I messed up. You have it at $40, and it's a final call. And then Edward Tenagi wants Jimi Hendrix live at Berkeley. And now Def Leppard's at 46 with Christopher Dean, and it's a final call. I have 1 copy here of Fleetwood Mac from the Forum. That's live Fleetwood Mac, $29.99. Live, 1982. And then Linkin Park Meteora. This is on gold and red splatter. That has their big song on it, Numb. That's $33.99. And 2 copies here of Tack. And this is $33.99. And this, or excuse me, Talk, T-A-L-K. This is Lord of the Flies, Birds and Bees. And this was another special request for Robert Vladarchek. So Robert, thank you. That came in, and I got 1 extra copy there if anybody else wants it. I'm going to go ahead and show the next record in here, which is a half-speed master of Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. Queen is $33.99. Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. And give me 1 second, because I have lost everybody's connection. Boy, this happens every once in a while. It's going to happen probably, hopefully not often tonight. But the last comment that came in was Jason Boxel said I was at 40 on Rolling Stones. And then I looked down, and we were completely disconnected from Restream. This happens a lot on Thursday, just when there's a lot of people on, like there is tonight. And I just kind of lost everybody there for a second. So if you've commented something in the last 60 seconds, you might want to go ahead and comment it again. With that being said, let me go ahead and tell y'all where we at on the bids in case one didn't come in. Brad Waits was out on Def Leppard after Christopher Dean bid 40, and Jason Boxel had the Rolling Stones for 40. Now we're good to go, and I think I pulled a Queen. I pulled the Hendrix. The Hendrix with Edward Tenagi. Okay. Hendrix with Edward Tenagi. Freddie Milford on Q for Queen. But before that, I pulled this Talk, which was with Robert Vladarchek. So I still have that. Freddie Milford gets a Queen. That's so to Freddie Milford. And then we have Robert Lee Bunch gets one of the Cure bootlegs. That's so to Robert Lee Bunch. Ivan R., if it's okay with you, I'll put you on a waiting list for Queen, Sheer Heart Attack. I only had 1 of those. I'll put you on a waiting list. Alvo Dabney on LP. That's Linkin Park. And that is available. Mike Straws, I wanted a Flotsam Jetsam. Yep, that never did come through. Thank you, Mike Straws. That's so to you. And then Freddie Milford, I already got you down for a Queen. Talk, Colin Butler is Lord of the Flies, Birds and Bees. It's on colored vinyl, elderberry colored vinyl. It is new and sealed, $33.99. All right, so Jason Boxel, you do get the Rolling Stones for $40. And now, Christopher Dean, you do get the Def Leppard for $46. But yeah, I have a little counter down here that tells me what we're connected to. It says like 3/3, and every once in a while, it'll say 0/0. Now, that means we're still live, and I'm still streaming, and y'all can still hear me, but I can't see y'all's comments. They just pretty much go invisible for a few seconds. And so that's what just happened, I think, for about a good 60 seconds. Next is Slayer. I've got 2 copies of this, $33.99. Divine, nope, this one is Undisputed Attitude. Slayer is $33.99. And Pantera, Bob Riger. This was a special request for him, Reinventing the Steel. If anybody else wants one, let me know. I should have went ahead and told Ed to order more, but I forgot to on that. Autumn Betts wants Talk. Let me make sure that Colin doesn't want it. Colin, you can have that. Or if you say pass, I'll go ahead and give it to Autumn. All right, let's go ahead and put up another new Japanese pressing over here and see what's next in the metal bin. It's about that time where I can say that we will definitely be selling a metal auction, at least 1 or 2 at a time for the next good bit. But first, let's go ahead and grab our next Japanese pressing. I always like this on Japanese because the U.S. covers are always kind of trashed. They're always kind of worn out, and they just have a lot of wear on them. However, the Japanese are very clean, very nice copies here. Eagles, the long run, that's going to go up for a $35 start. It's a gatefold cover with Obi. It has the insert with it, and this is going to go up for a $35 start. Eagles, the long run. So that's pinning to Colin or Autumn. I'll leave it in there for right now. And then Jim Berg and Ivan R. both on Slayer. And then we got a waiting list going for Queen. I'll show that again here in just a second, but let's go ahead and run through that just right now. How do you spell it? Oh, I'm grabbing the wrong record. Talk. Talk is T-A-L-K, Lord of the Flies, Birds, and Bees. It has the hit single Runaway to Mars. So he's going to pass, no problem. So we'll go ahead and give that to Autumn Betts. And then let's run through these one more time. Great crate there. Fantastic crate there. And we got 9 crates like that tonight, not counting our new stuff. So a big, big night for new vinyl. Eagles is a $35 start. Beautiful copy there of the long run. Very quickly, here's some more Buy It Now 6.99ers. First thing we have is Boston, Amanda. $6.99. Boston, Amanda. Sam Cooke, Bring It On Home to Me. Jim Stafford, Wildwood Weed. Starship, Laying It on the Line. BG's Promo, Lonely Days. And Boys Club, I Remember Holding You. That is all $6.99 on that. $6.99. So first thing we have is Boston, so to Brad Waits, thank you. And that left the Boys Club, BG, Starship, Jim Stafford, and Sam Cooke. Bring It On Home to Me, and Nothing Can Change This Love. Those are all available for $6.99. So first thing we had was Todd Doris on Incubus. Let me go ahead and pull one of those right now. I'll make that the first record in the bin. So we got a 2 LP, new and sealed Incubus, Morning View. One is so to Todd Doris. Thank you, Todd. That is so to you. And then and then Meteora box. We don't have a Meteora box. We just got a copy of Meteora. It's coming up in just a second. Brad Waite's got Boston, and then Tim Voldness wants Weed. Tim Voldness gets Weed, and that's Jim Stafford. Thank you, Tim Voldness. The name of the BGs was Lonely Days and Lonely Days. It's a double-sided promo. Final call on the Eagles. We got Pink Floyd, the box set of Delicate Sound of Thunder. This is $79.99. $79.99 here. Pink Floyd, the Delicate Sound of Thunder. Also, Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. Linkin Park is $33.99. New sealed single LP. The Verve Urban Hymns, $59.99. With Bittersweet Symphony, $59.99. And we sold 2 Eric Church. There's one left. Mr. Understood. Blue vinyl. Eric Church is $33.99. Let's pull something out here from the old auction, from the old metal auction block bin over here. And let's go ahead and run a Judas Priest, shall we? How about Sin After Sin? Judas Priest is a 1977. This is a U.S. Pittman original. And this is going to go up for just a $25 start. Judas Priest, Sin After Sin, 77 U.S. Pittman original, VG Plus, a $25 start there on Judas. Eagles has a bid for $35. Pearl Jam Backspacer, that's new and sealed for $33.99. 2 copies of that. Nick Bargeron gets the last Eric Church. So we're sold out of that. If anybody else wants on a waiting list, let me know. Also, Jimi Hendrix live at Berkeley. Awesome. $34.99, 2 LP. A complete concert from Jimi Hendrix, 1970. Flotsam and Jetsam sold one left. It's on colored vinyl. Dreams of Death, and I've never had nor seen that one before. $34.99. Here's Neil Young, Goodbye Waterface. That's Neil Young live in 1973, and that is $34.99. Cinnamon Girl, Cowgirls in the Sand, Needle on the Damage Done. Tonight's the Night, Don't Be Denied, $34.99. Priest has bids for $25, $25, $25. We're about to sell the Eagles there for $35. The Cure, live, Belgium, 1987. 1 copy left for $29.99. Our next new auction is going to go up right now for a $5 start. It's from New Orleans. And we have the Half-Breeds, and that's going to go up for a $5 start. The Half-Breeds is a $5 start. Chase, everything in that last vintage crate is sold. We bundled everything together and sold it in a big bundle. So I don't have any vintage records left tonight. They've all sold that we've already shown. First thing is Devin Reese on Flotsam and Jetsam. That's sold to Devin Reese. Judas Priest 27. Jason Boxall does want the BGs. ST wants one of those Neil Young bootlegs. That's sold. And we have, what's the Eagles LP? The Long Run. It's a Japanese pressing, near mint minus a pristine. It has one bid for $35. Jersey Devil wants the Holocaust album. Now that's from one of the very first bins tonight. I still have that if anybody else wants one. And we had 3. We sold 2 now. And Jersey Devil, this is called the Nightcombers. It's a limited edition. They've only done 100. This is numbered 78. I've got 1 left if anybody else wants it. Also, 2 copies left of a Joni Mitchell bootleg here. Netherlands, 1983. This is $29.99. Joni Mitchell's only $29.99. Nah, she's doing Big Yellow Taxi on here, $29.99 for Joni Mitchell. Also, we have 1 copy of Fleetwood Mac Live, 1982. The Chain, Gypsy, Rhiannon, Go Your Own Way, Sisters of the Moon, Tusk, You Make Lovin' Fun, and I'm So Afraid. That's only $29.99. And then one other Lincoln Park left here, Meteora. And that's on gold and red splatter with Num, $33.99. So let's go back to the top. Hey, Teresa's back on Facebook. Good to see. I'm glad they have finally let you comment. She commented so much, they blocked her. Not me, Facebook did. Judas Priest 27, and now we have David Tate getting the Fleetwood Mac Live. That is sold. And now Joe Salamo gets the Eagles for $35. That was a beautiful copy. Look how nice that is. Yeah, that's why I always tell everybody to go after the Japanese pressing on this one if you want to spend the extra money, because they're just so nice and clean, okay? There's that. The Half-Breeds has one bid for $5. Where are we on Judas Priest? I feel like there's been a lot of bids. We're at 27. We're at 27 right now on Judas Priest. And here we go. So here's what's left in here. One more read-through. And we have Linkin Park, Joni Mitchell, The Cure, Neil Young, Jimi Hendrix, Pearl Jam, The Verve, Linkin Park, Pink Floyd, and Incubus. 8 more crates of new vinyl like that to go through. How about we go ahead and knock out maybe one more right quick? Let's go ahead and knock out one more like that right quick. And we'll do this one here it looks like it's like half full. And then we'll go ahead and go through one of these first crates that Paul or Laura has marked. Let's go ahead and go through a crate here that Paul or Laura's marked. So, and I think they just, she just delivered one over here. I got more 45s coming in just a second. And if anybody else that changes their mind on anything in there, let me know. Let's go ahead and grab a new Japanese pressing. Trying to keep the flow going tonight of fantastic auctions. And let's see what else they have in here. Ooh, this looks cool. Janis Joplin, Farewell Song. Very nice looking copy here. Janis Joplin. Let's take a look at it. Janis Joplin is near mint minus and pristine. Superb. $35 start. Has the Japanese insert booklet. Beautiful jacket, Obi. $35 on that. Half-Breeds. Half-Breeds has one bid for $5, and that's sold to Teresa Brookshire. Thank you, Teresa. That's sold to you. Let's look at Judas Priest here. Judas Priest is a 1977 Pittman original. We have graded it very conservatively, a VG+. Judas Priest, Sin After Sin. 77 Pittman original there on Columbia. And I don't see any kind of insert with this. I don't know if I have seen an insert with that album before. I don't know if I have seen an insert with that one before, but it may come with one. Solarplex has that for $28, and then Jason Jones also bid $28, and now Troy bid $29. And the first thing in here is a 2 LP version, a gatefold, Appetite for Destruction, $46.99. Guns N' Roses, that's the 2 LP version. I've been stocking the single LP. There's the 2 LP, $36.99. Give me a second. I'm going to take a drink of blue juice. I desperately needed that. All right. Nirvana, Hi, How Are You? Madrid, $29.99. That's a 2 LP too. Nirvana, $29.99. Hi, How Are You? Madrid. Solarplex Studios gets Guns N' Roses. That's sold to him. 2 copies here of Taylor Swift Folklore. That's a gatefold 2 LP. Taylor Swift is $39.99. And how about Everclear? This is from Intervention Records. The only way this is available, Sparkle and Fade. I found this after going through some 90s alternative rock essentials playlist. I was looking at each group at a time, seeing what was in print, seeing what was available. This was the only one available from Everclear, $54.99. Sparkle and Fade includes the hit Santa Monica Girl, Heroin Girl, or excuse me, Santa Monica and Heroin Girl and Heart Spark $, $54.99. Bob, you did get Pantera. Yes, nobody's bid on Janis Joplin. Final call to get a bid in for $35. And Judas Priest is at $30 with Jason Jones. Troy Shark, you're out. Nirvana is sold to Teresa. Todd Doris also gets a Nirvana. Those are sold and sold. Now over here, I've got a new 45 going up from the New Orleans collection, and that is going to be Gone, Gonn. Cry to Me and The Prophecy, Gonn, is going to be a $5 start, and we may have found our high bidder there on Judas Priest. Final call on that. But very quickly, I have our next Buy It Now handful of singles. These are all $6.99. Asia, Don't Cry, $6.99. How about Bee Gees' Greatest, some sort of promo 4-track deal. That looks pretty cool. It's a 33 1/3 promo 4-track with picture sleeve. Aretha Franklin, Freeway of Love. Also, James Brown, Gravity. The Doobie Brothers, Real Love. And The Ventures doing Hawaii 5-0 and Walk Don't Run 64. Those are all $6.99. There's another handful of 45s there. Next LP, I've got one copy of the Foo Fighters debut. That's new and sealed, $28.99 on the Foo Fighters. And I went ahead and grabbed how many? 5 of these because I've never seen it. I figured it would do very well. It's a live Smashing Pumpkins, Counting the Stars in Toronto, 1998. This is at the Chum City Building, Toronto, Ontario. Smashing Pumpkins is $29.99. That's a live, unofficial, and we have 5 of those in stock. Troy's out on Judas Priest, so when I get to the bottom of all these claims, I'm selling Judas Priest for $30, and I'm going to make Janis Joplin a buy it now if there's no bids. Jennifer Schrader did bid $5 on Gone, and then Chris Gardner on BG for BGs. So he got the BGs here for $6.99. Stacy was second. Chris also put V, and V was for the Ventures. That's so to Chris Gardner. David Tate next on the BGs. Mike Torrey's next on the BGs, but he also got Asia. Ivan R next on the BGs. Patrick Fu next on the Ventures. Teresa next on the Ventures. Chris Kirkley got an Everclear. Jeff Dedman got an Everclear. Janis Joplin's a $35 start, Michael. $35 start. So the Everclears are sold out. That was Intervention Records. That's the same company who does those Billy Squires that are incredible. Mastered by Kevin Gray. If anybody else wants one, it'll have to be a waiting list. But I have not got a chance to listen to that, but I bet it sounds fantastic, just saying. And that leaves Aretha Franklin, Doobie Brothers, and James Brown, if anybody wants those. Now, William Dragovich Gone is a $5 start. Robert Lee Bunch on FF for Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters sold to Robert Lee Bunch, and now the Judas Priest is officially sold, and that is sold to Jason Jones for $30. Thank you. Now, William Dragovich Gone already had a bid for $5. Now, Michael Nath, in fact, did bid on Janis Joplin, so that's a final call now to him for $35. I got 2 copies here of System of a Down, and I think that's their self-titled album. It is $28.99. Robert Volodarchek on the Everclear waiting list. Make sure we put down $54.99 so I can remember that price too. $54.99. And we have Janis Joplin at $35. Okay, let's go ahead and put up another auction. How about we do back-to-back Priest? Let's do back-to-back Priest. Here's a Euro original. A little bit different label on this one because it's from the UK. It's on CBS from the UK. And this one's EX, so even a little bit grade higher. Stained glass. Judas Priest, very clean. EX, which is a conservative grade. And Judas Priest is going to go up for a $25 star. Jerry Stone also on that Everclear waiting list, so now 2 people. Robert Volodarchek on System of a Down. I've got 2 copies of the very popular Jane's Addiction, Ritual Delo Habitual. That is $44.99. And that is on the double pearl-colored vinyl. That's new and sealed, $44.99. And Slayer, Diabolus and Musica. Slayer is $33.99. Diabolus and Musica. Janis Joplin is sold for $35 to Michael Nath. Judas Priest is a $25 start. We already have bids for $25 and now $30. And Gone is sold to Jennifer Schrader for $5. Thank you, Jennifer. That is sold to you. Next in the New Orleans single, let's pull one out right here. How about Mad 3, Devil Fuzz? This is going to go up for a $5 start. Mad 3, Devil Fuzz, M-A-D-D. That's a $5 start. Also, just 1 copy here. This is pretty cool, and it's on colored vinyl, especially if you're local. This is AC/DC live in Johnson City, Tennessee, 1988. It's a 2 LP unofficial, $38.99. I've got 3 copies of Nirvana Unplugged. Nirvana Unplugged. That's the gatefold 2 LP edition that's really well made. $39.99 on Nirvana Unplugged. And I've only got one of these. Pearl Jam, Grip the Wheel, live, 1992. Pearl Jam, $29.99. Oceans, Even Flow, Why Go, Jeremy Deep, Alive, Hunger Strike. Wow, they do Hunger Strike. State of Love and Trust, Once, and Porch, $29.99. And then Judas Priest, 33, 33, 35, 35. And William Dragovich is in on Mad at 5. What is next over here in the Japanese bin? Let's pull one out and see what I've come up with. I have pulled out what? Eddie Money, Life for the Taking, Japanese press. Let's put it up for a $35 start. $35 start here. This is called Life for the Taking, Eddie Money. $35 start. Extremely nice vinyl, as you would expect. And this is going to go up for a $35 start. Let's put that there. There's the Japanese insert cover and Obi. Eddie. Solarplex Studio on AC/DC. That's Johnson City. Glenn Kesey wants a Nirvana Unplugged. Done. Ben Diger gets the Pearl Jam sold. And now let's read through this bin for only the 2nd time. And we have almost obliterated this one. Judas Priest is at $40. That's with Gregory Roberts. Everybody else is out. Mad 3 is a $5 start. And now we have 1 copy of Guns N' Roses left. We sold one left. A 2 LP, Appetite for Destruction, Welcome to the Jungle. You got Mr. Brownstone, Paradise City, Sweet Child of Mine. It was kind of a populated album. It was kind of a popular album, $46.99. Yes, 2 people on the Everclear waiting list, Jerry Stone and Robert Volodarchek. Yep, 2 people on the Everclear waiting list. I've got 2 copies of Taylor Swift Folklore, $39.99. That's a 2 LP. And then Smashing Pumpkins, a bootleg, unofficial, live, $29.99. Smashing Pumpkins. They're doing Bullet with a Butterfly Wings, $19.79. And then, ooh, there's a couple tracks with Marilyn Manson. Interesting. There's a couple tracks on here of Marilyn Manson. Smashing Pumpkins, $29.99. I never knew that happened. System of a Down self-titled is $28.99. Jane's Addiction's $44.99. Ritual D-Lo Habitual, 2 LP. Slayer, Diabolus and Musica. Slayer's $33.99. And Nirvana Unplugged. Nirvana Unplugged. That's a 2 LP. It's got a foil cover to it. Really cool. $39.99. So many good songs on here. The Man Who Sold the World. This has got some rehearsals. So it's got the original MTV broadcast, and then side 4 are all rehearsals. About a Girl, Come As You Are, Something in the Way, All Apologies, $39.99. Nirvana. We sold 1. There's 2 left. I'm going to have to get my laptop out. I haven't ran across a waiting list yet, but we may here very soon. I'm going to put this crate right here behind me. If anybody decides you want anything else in there, let me know. Let me go ahead and go through this first crate that I believe Paul delivered earlier. And let's go ahead and go through it and see what's in it. All righty. Let me put this in there. I'm going to go ahead and condense those down. And now we have 7 crates of new vinyl to go through, plus all the other marked stuff they're going to be bringing me. I like this. I like nights when there's literally so much to go through. I'm pretty much telling myself, I don't know if I'll be able to get through it by 11 or midnight. So that's good. So probably for the next 4 or 5 hours, there's going to be nothing but new stuff come up one after another. It's a great night to be watching. Make sure you hit the like button on Facebook, the like button on YouTube. You know, if you're new and you just kind of found us, or you've been wanting to tune in and you saw the ad for all the great auctions coming up tonight, this is a good night to be tuning in. You're going to see a lot of activity. And you don't have to be pre-registered. You can just start bidding at any time. It gets pretty fast-paced, but if you want to hop in, we'll explain how everything works. It's pretty simple. $7 unlimited shipping. And the big thing that I always like to say is there's nothing to worry about. I know a lot of people online, especially in the year 2025, may worry about where you're buying from online. You don't have to worry about buying from us. We're here. I've been doing this on Facebook and YouTube now officially since 2019, hot and heavy, selling records like this for several years now. So nothing to worry about here. Everything's guaranteed. Michael Butler gets a Nirvana. Okay, Judas Priest is now at 60. I think Mad just got 1 bid for 5, so let's go ahead and roll that. And Mad had a bid with William Dracovic for $5. Thank you, that's sold. And Eddie Money did not get a bid, right? I'm not going to leave that up any longer. Eddie Money's a buy it now for $35 if anybody wants that. The Pablo Metal album. You know that, let's see, what's it, Pat Boone? You know Pat Boone from like the 50s and 60s? I mean, I don't know how to explain, but he did a metal album. He did a metal album back in the day. Pretty interesting. Okay. Let's see here. So we got that up. Let's see what else I have over here in our Japanese. So Eddie Money can be bought for the buy it now price. Let me see what else I pull out of here next. Let's do a Foreigner, Agent Provocateur. I want to know what love is. This is going to go up for a $35 start. $35 start. This is up for bid. And this is a $35 start. There is that. There's the insert card. There is the insert. And there is the cover. And it took me forever to realize that's a big giant F on the cover. I realized it with this Japanese pressing because the F is kind of embossed. And you can see that border. I always thought it was just like 3, you know, octagonal, odd-looking polygram shapes. And I was like, oh, that's a big 3D F on the cover for Foreigner. Oh, that's what that is. Took me a while to figure that one out. It's kind of like when I realized Boston's a spaceship, a guitar spaceship. It's one of those wow kind of moments. All right, so let's go back up the top and figure out what happened. I remember saying Judas Priest was at 50. We sold Nirvana 52. Judas Priest 60. Judas Priest out. Chase Arnold wants System of a Down. Thanks everybody for the positive reviews. And did you see my Nirvana comment? I had to walk away. Chris Keller on Nirvana comment. Chris Keller on Nirvana comment. Nirvana, AC/DC. Yeah, I think we sold 2 unplugs, right? Chris Keller got 1. No, wait a minute. Nirvana, Nirvana, Nirvana. We should have sold 3 Nirvanas then. Chris Keller got Nirvana. Glenn Kesey got Nirvana, and then Michael Butler got one. So there should be 3 Unplugs in the crate. I only have 2. So we just sold our 3rd and last copy of Unplugged. Now, if anybody wants on to go on a waiting list, that would be great. But whoever's watching this sale tomorrow morning, let's go ahead and make notes to order more of these. I actually ordered an extra one to put out in the store, and I just missed, we just sold out again. So we need more of these. And that's so to Chris Keller. Thank you. 435. And here we go. So we're sold out of Unplugged, as I expected. Now, just to update, the final bid on Foreigner, or the new bid on Foreigner, was 35 or Brad Waits. Final call. And then Judas Priest. Judas Priest is a final call to Gregory Roberts for 60. All right, there we have it. Thanks, everybody, for the positive reviews. The way I always say it is, like, we got to make sure everybody stays happy, because this is like our livelihood. So if I don't keep like everybody happy and keep bringing excellent stuff night after night and keeping everybody happy, we wouldn't be in business very long. So it's like no reason to, we got to keep everybody happy. I try to do that by bringing excellent Thursday night metal records. Mushroom Head, Save Your Sorrow. We're off to a great start. First bin of this is technically like pre-owned stuff, but a lot of it will be sealed, okay? $24.99. $24.99. Mushroom Head, $24.99. We've got 2 of those. Sealed, $24.99. I'm going to have to get my knuckles all cracked. Oh, my neck adjusted. Here we go. First thing is System of a Down, Steal This Album, $24.99. That's used, open, but it's nice, $24.99. Now, we have a new copy of that coming up, but there's an open one for $24.99. Mushroom Head, so to Lucas Patterson. Mushroom Head, so to Curtis Marachi. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of those. And now there's System of a Down. There's only 1 of those. And Primus, Sailing the Seas of Cheese, a new stereo mix reissue. Sailing the Seas of Cheese, $29.99. All right, let's sell Judas Priest before Gregory is unhappy. Gregory's happy. He may turn unhappy if I don't go ahead and sell this to him. This is so to Gregory Roberts for $60. Thank you. That is so to Gregory Roberts. And I knew when we opened with Mushroom Head, there would be a lot of claims there. And then we have Foreigner, just 1 bid, and that's sold for $35. And that was sold to Brad Waits. We already need new auctions again. But first, let me go ahead and do this. And looks like I have a lot of claims. So Mushroom Head, I only had 2, it looked like, and Lucas got 1 and Curtis got 1. It looks like Adam was next, and then Autumn was next. Ron Duffield first on System of a Down, Steal This Album. Please don't actually steal it. And then Michael Nath second on System of a Down. And then Gregory got Primus, then Adam Bollick, then Daniel Strom. And now we have 1 copy here of Serge Tankian. That's from, how do you say his name? This is $17.99. That's from System of a Down, right? Yeah. Can I get a name on that while Paul's up here? Tankian. Serge Tankian. So it's exactly the way it's spelled. Serge Tankian. Thank you. $17.99. Yeah, he has a lot of solo albums. Music on Vinyl has a lot of them in print. Serge Tankian, $17.99 on that. And we have 1 more record, then we got new auctions. How about Rob Zombie? Yellow and orange swirl with brown splatter. That's going to look probably pretty crazy. $34.99. Let's see what Rob Zombie looks like. Yep, very cool. The Lunar Injection Kool-Aid Eclipse Conspiracy. $34.99 for Rob Zombie. Let's go ahead and get another auction. This was actually in the metal bin, which is really cool. And this is a 74. These are always desirable auctions or records, auctions, whichever. A 1974 U.S. original, Hawkwind. And this appears to be a really nice jacket. Hall of the Mountain Grill. And this is VG Plus condition, a $35 start. This is in VG Plus condition. This is going to go up for a $35 start. It has the original inner sleeve. That's Hawkwind, Hall of the Mountain Grill. $35 start on that. Nice. It's conservatively graded at VG Plus. That's available. Surge is sold to Ron Duffield. Autumn Betts was second. Glenn Kesey on Zombie. Can you get Pink Floyd Pulse? Yes, we have it in stock. $114.99. Next record is Guns N' Roses. That's only $29.99. That's the single LP version. $29.99. And this is Lorna Shore, a 2021 EP with etching, $36.99. And I Return to Nothingness. Lorna Shore, $36.99. one copy here of AC/DC Back in Black. This is a new remaster. New remaster. Hell's Bells, $24.99. And Soundgarden, Bad Modefinger, a new reissue, $24.99. So some of these in here are just lightly used, but they're going to be at great prices. And those are all available. Those are all available. Did I get the Primus? Let's go back up to the front. The Primus claims was Gregory Roberts, Adam Bullock, and Daniel Strome. But so yes, Gregory got Primus. Let's double check and make sure he did. Ron Delfield got Surge, and then Autumn Betts second. Glenn Kesey first on Zombie. And then we got Hawkwind 35, Hawkwind 35, Hawkwind 35. And then Lorna Shore is sold to Lucas Patterson. That's sold to Lucas. It looks like Cody over on YouTube was second. Michael Fairchild on GNR. Welcome to the jungle. Thank you, Michael. Gregory, you did get Primus. Freddie next on GNR. Now, that one was $29.99, Freddie. If you want the 2 LP, I have it in stock from the last crate. It is $46.99, but it's a double LP gatefold. And then David Tate first on AC/DC. And then Spackle Tab on Soundgarden. Chris Keller second. Hawkwind 40. Daniel next on Soundgarden. And if anybody's watching for the first time, I see a couple of new names that's commented, and they've come in either second or third. So right here is the master feed where my hand is going up and down. Tonight's going to be very busy. Some of these records, there may be 3, 4, or 10 people try to claim it at the same time. This is the master feed. And this is from Restream. And so sometimes you're going to be first, sometimes you're going to be 8th. It just depends on how it pops up. I'll call over who's first, second, third. Some of them, there may be so many claims, I can't keep up with them. Let's go ahead and grab another Japanese pressing. They're bidding on Hawkwind all of a sudden. Going to mix in a few Japanese pressings while we're auctioning off all the Japanese stuff tonight. Let me see what else I have in here. Let's do the here. We got to open up this other little pocket here. What else is in here? Ooh, here we go. Well, this is from the Japanese bin, but it's going to be quite popular, I promise. First thing we have is this right here. Rat, Dancing Undercover. Rat is going to go up for a $35 star. This is a Japanese pressing. This one, let me see what's going on here. Are those smudges or... Yeah, this one just needs clean. That's very weird. Usually when we get these things, they're already perfect. This one just needs a cleaning. Let's call it EX to be conservative, but it is a very nice Japanese pressing. Rat, Dancing Undercover, and we're going to start that at $35, Paul. That's now up for auction. There is the Japanese insert, and Rat is going up for a $35 star. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else. So Soundgarden, 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 Hawkwind, 40, 45, 50. Rat already has a bid for 45. Next record, Trivium, Ascendancy. On orange vinyl, just $27.99. Boy, some of these lightly used albums are in great prices because that is super clean there. Trivium is $27.99. Also, Mushroom Head, oh no, Seal, $24.99. Oh, goody. We have 2, 3, 4, 5 Mushroom Heads, and that is $24.99. Mushroom Head. We've got 5 of those, $24.99. Let's make a note for me to check, but I'm pretty sure I can't hardly get anything from them. I think that's why it's so popular when it comes up for auction, and I think that's also why they're going to get grabbed very quickly here, because I don't think I can get hardly anything from them. I'm going to mute my mic right quick and take another drink of this. All righty. Whew. So the first thing we have here was Hawkwind got up to 50 with Shane Devers. Dustin Riviera was at 45, then Shane 50, going once, going twice. Solarplex opened Rat at 45. Trivium is sold to Hiram Aponte. Adam Bullock first on Mushroom Head. Solarplex second on Trivium. Hawkwind 55. Mushroom Head sold to Lucas. So that was the second one, right? Yeah, so Adam, then Lucas. Solarplex on Mushroom Head, and now there's 2 left. Shane's out on Hawkwind. That's after Dustin bid 55. Now Rat 46, now Rat 48. We have Jungle Rot, A Call to Arms. Jungle Rot is sealed, or excuse me, it's on red splatter. Actually, that says red. Yeah, red with splatter, $24.99. $24.99 on that. Red with splatter. Good description there, Paul. Thank you. We have next, here's our next single. This is Lord High and Fixers 2020. Our next New Orleans single is going to go up for a $5 start. Next is, what do we have here? Clever Track. Hold on a second. I can do this. No, I can't. It looks like Kveler. So Cleveler Attack Split. That is $24.99. And that's black and gold. That's a hardcore stoner rock. Wow. $24.99. And Freddie Melky or Melkley, numbered orange vinyl, $24.99. I've been throwing a couple of curveballs here. All right, so I'm about to sell Hawkwind for $55 to Dustin Riviera. Rad has jumped up to $48, now $50. Dustin Riviera going to pick up the Jungle Rot. Thank you, Dustin Riviera. I can't believe it. There's 2 mushroom heads left for $24.99. And we have what here? At the Gates, the red in the sky is ours. A 2013 remaster, unopened, $32.99. And we have 2 copies of that. And Primus Frizzle Fry. That's a remaster. It's nice, just $24.99. William Dragovich has Lord High Fixers at $5, final call. And now we can go ahead and sell the Hawkwind. And that is sold for $55 to Dustin Riviera. Thank you, Dustin. That is so to you. All right, let's go back over here to the metal bin. All right, let's go over here to the metal bin. And let's go ahead and put up Dio. Here we go. It was just looking at me. It looks very nice. It looks very pretty. And here comes Dio. This is a 1987 U.S. Carrollton original club. Original under sleeve. Let's get Dio going. This is Dio Dream Evil. Nice. These are currently not in print right now. Exceptionally nice vinyl. Near mint minus. With the original under sleeve. $55 start on Dio. $55 start on Dio. That is now up for bid. Last thing was Rat 50. Paul Richards gets At the Gates. I have another one of those if anybody else wants one. And then the name of the mushroom head was called, I don't know if I ever read the title, Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. Mushroom Head 24. I don't know if I ever read that title. And then you missed Jungle Rot, Rat Out. And then Adam Bullock also wants a Gates. That sold, Rat 55. And then we have a third person on At the Gates, but only had 2. They're still bidding on Rat. Dio's a $55 start. We already got a bid for $60. William Dragovich gets that for $5. And we have Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, original motion picture soundtrack, sealed, neon pink and white swirl, record store day, sealed, $29.99. And we have May. This is sealed, random colored vinyl, $29.99. First ever vinyl release, 2 LP, 180 gram. Next New Orleans single is going to go up right now. And the next New Orleans single is going to be this one right here. It's going to go up for a $5 start. This is the Von Zippers. What an interesting cover there. Hot Rod Monkey. Von Zippers is a $5 start. Next record in here, we got 2 copies of Pantera, History of Hostility. Only $29.99 sealed, the 2015 version, $29.99. So right now, Dio, where are we here? So Dio 60, so Dio got a bid for 60 and then 55. So we went backwards. Solarplex already bid 60 and Rat is at 55 of Robert Matthews. Now, if the, I just seen a bid come through on my phone that didn't pop up over here. So I don't know how that happened. Tristan Driscoll, I think he commented on an old video. Kristen, if you're watching, somehow your comment came through on an old video. I don't know how that happened. Interesting. Anyway, so if anybody else needs to bid, I'll give these like another 30 seconds then. Might have been some kind of glitch there. I'm not for sure how that happened. Okay, Solarplex on a Pantera, Ben Digert on a Pantera. Those are sold out. There you go, Kristen. Yeah, I saw your bid come through like as a notification. You might have been on some kind of different feed. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, so right now, Von Zippers 5. Here's the current bids. Dio 65, Rat 62, Von Zippers 5. And we have next, Metal Allegiance Volume 2, Power Drunk Majesty. That is $22.99. It is open. Covers and shrink, $22.99. That is very nice. And then this next record here, I have 2 of, and this is Asking Alexandria. That is sealed on aqua-colored vinyl, $24.99. $24.99. Rat has a new bid. It's now at 56 with Gregory Roberts. And now Dio's at 65. Solarplex, you're out. Von Zippers has 1 bid for 5. Final call. Alan Jonathan on MA for Metal Allegiance. That is sold to Alan Jonathan. And then is Von Red. I don't know if I looked at it. Von is on black vinyl. Von's on black vinyl. I have filled up this crate, so let me swap them out right quick. I have managed to fill this up, and I got almost tripped over this crate of metal over here. that's been brought to me. Have already ran out of crates. Okay, here we go. Good. This is what I'm looking for. Done. Okay. So next thing was Metal Allegiance. Alan Jonathan got that. Vaughn's on black. Adam second on Metal Allegiance. Mike Straw's third on Metal Allegiance. Adam Bullock got Axton Alexander. Ben Diger got Asking Alexander. Rat's at 57. Rat's at 57. And Rat is at 62 with Kristen. Yeah, I think we've went backwards on Rats again because I called out the wrong bid. Yeah, Kristen Driscoll has Rat for 62. I just need an update on Dio. Dio has a high bid of 65 with Dustin Whitaker. I just got to make sure Solarplex is out. Dustin had Dio for 65. Rats at 62. Okay? And then we're good to go. Next record here, sorry. Sometimes what happens is if somebody's just looking at the Facebook chat, a bid comes in, but somebody's already in higher on YouTube, and then they're just looking at the Facebook chat. And if I don't call out every bid and somebody jumped in higher early, it can really mess me up and then everybody else watching. So I try to call out every bid I see, but then I forget and I don't scroll up for 3 minutes, and then somebody was already in higher. Okay, Promise, Brown album. I think y'all know that if you watch every night. You're like, Chad, you're not telling us anything we don't know. Promise, the Brown album, $34.99. That's a 2018 remaster. And Spawn, the album. The Metal Meets Electronica, time capsule soundtrack from 1997. Wow, $59.99. How cool is that? We've got 2 of them. They are $59.99. $59.99. We've got 3 of them. We've got 4 of them. Spawn, the album, featuring Korn, Metallica, Marilyn Manson, Slayer, Prodigy, Moby, Orbital, and the Crystal Method. Wow. I've never seen that before, probably because it's a record store day. New bid on Dio for 66. So Dustin Whitaker, you're out. Rad is about to be sold for 62, and Teresa got the Von Zippers for 5. Promise Brown album, not Apple, is sold to Jim Berg. Wow, we've almost sold everything in here. If we sell those Spawns and another read-through, we might have an air horn. We've almost sold everything in here. Next thing is 2 copies of Mushroom Head. This is Beautiful Stories for Ugly Children. Sealed for $24.99. We have 2 of those. I have 1 copy of this one, about the only one I couldn't pronounce in here. It looks like, if I don't say the V, it looks like Velertake. So the K kind of throws me off. If I don't say the K, it looks like Velertak, Splid, but there's a K in there. So I'm not for sure on that one. $24.99. And then we have Freddie Melkley, I think, numbered orange vinyl, $24.99. Promise, the only Promise left, Frizzle Fry, $24.99. And then Hello Mary Lou, Prom Night 2, sealed, $29.99. And then there's all those Spawns. Whoop, I skipped something. I skipped May. May was $29.99. And then all the Spawns here, the album, $59.99. Interesting. Yeah, Marilyn Manson. What is the Metallica? It's Metallica and DJ Spooky, For Whom the Bell Tolls. I've never seen that on there. Incubus, Henry Rollins. Wow, $59.99. That's 4 of those available. All right, let's go ahead and sell the Dio then. Solarplex gets that for $66. Thank you. And Rad is sold to Kristen Driscoll for $62. Thank you. And now we have what, who, when, and where. We're about to find out. Let me go ahead and put this in here. And we definitely need some new auctions. We got metal auctions coming up all night, folks. I'm about to read off the bin because it's about that time where I do a big read-through. Moses gets a Promise. 1 Spawn sold to Josh Tanner. There's 3 left. Make that 2 left. Jeff Brindley gets 1. Now there's 2 left. And here's what's over here in the metal auction bin. I don't know if y'all are ready. Lita Ford, autographed. Lita Ford, autographed. Misfits, Judas Priest, Painkiller, which has been requested. So let's go ahead and get that on deck. And then we have Ozzy, 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 Metallica, 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 Anthrax, Anthrax, Iron Maiden, Iron Maiden, Iron Maiden, Britney Fox, Guns N' Roses, Hawkwind, Wasp, Warrant, Black Sabbath, Poison, Manowar, Black Sabbath, Lita Ford, Great White, Tesla, Dio, GNR, AC/DC, Le Mans, and I've got 2 surprises. Okay? Adam Bullock. Got 2 surprises tonight, totally unadvertised. I don't even have them ready, but when I get ready to show them, we'll get ready. Freddie sold to Adam Bullock, and we have requests for Lita, Ozzy, Lita, Ozzy, and Judas Priest is going up for auction. Here we go. A 1990 U.S. Carrollton original. Only time ever pressed a vinyl in the United States was this OG pressing. It is super clean, as in near mint minus. Maybe not even minus. maybe just near mint. It has the original inner sleeve. There's 2 pieces of clear tape on the inner sleeve. Nothing to fret about there because the jacket is beautiful as well. Maybe 1 old sticker residue there. It's a really nice copy, especially the vinyl. Judas Priest is going to go up for a $95 start. Let the bidding begin on this one. There it is. What a great crate. Anybody else on anything in there? Spawn, May, Hello Mary Lou, that album, and then 2 mushroom heads. I figured when I showed that second one, they'd be like boom, 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 gone. And there's already 2 more crates just like that back here from Paul. He might even be working on another one. Laura's already delivered one. She's working on 30 more. And we have a new crate going up right now. Let's see what's going on with this other new crate here. Oh boy, here we go. And let me do some switcherooing. So we had 9 crates of like new vinyl. We've went through 2. That leaves, let me do the math on that. 9 minus 2, 7. And here's number 7, and then we'll do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and jump into this one right quick. Judas Priest 100, Judas Priest 95, and you missed spawn claims. No, I got those 2 spawns, right? Josh Tanner, Jeff Brinley. I've already pulled those. Yep, I've already pulled spawns. What mushroom head? Ugly children, ugly stories, ugly children, or something. Hold on one second. Mushroom head was beautiful stories for ugly children. Okay, so beautiful stories, ugly children. That was the title. All right, well, we got to balance out all this metal with a Japanese pressing here. And the only way you can balance out metal is with a little Simon and Garfunkel. Here's Simon and Garfunkel. It's a 2 LP Japanese compilation. So 2 LPs of hits, incredible stuff. Lyric book, gatefold, Obi, Simon & Garfunkel, a $35 start. Before we get started with this bin, I'm also going to do some quick buy it now, $6.99 45s. Kenny Rogers, Dolly Parton, Islands in the Stream. Wow, that's a big one. Also, Debbie Gibson, Lost in Your Eyes. Joni Mitchell, Good Friends. How about, let's jump over here to Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. The Allman Brothers, Ramblin' Man. And how about a little bit of Fifth of Beethoven? Fifth of Beethoven. That is now all $6.99 each. Let's go ahead and do these. These are buy it nows, first come, first serve, all new and sealed. Nice. Halloween, Keeper of the 7 Keys, Volume 1. $6.99. $6.99. Taylor Swift, Speak Now, Taylor's version, $56.99. Triple LP, purple vinyl, $56.99. Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, $28.99. Queen, another half-speed master of their classic News of the World, We Will Rock You, $33.99. We Are the Champions, and I'm going to pause right here at Mac Miller Balloonerism, which this was a special request for Justin Garrett. I don't even need my laptop. He was a special request on this one. I got to open my laptop, though, to start pulling some of this stuff. That is so to Justin Garrett, okay? Now, first thing we have over here is we update Judas Priest, and we have updates at 95, 150, 150, 165, 180. David Tate said you just ruined Metal Night, and then he claimed a Kenny and Dolly Islands in the Stream. That's a classic, though. $6.99 to David Tate. Jennifer Schrader got Allman Brothers. What's the B-side? Jessica. Wow, that's one of those like back-to-back hit records. Jennifer Schrader got the Allman Brothers. And then we have an out on Judas Priest. Jeff Brindley got the Debbie Gibson. Thank you, Jeff Brindley. That's so to you. Judas Priest 200. Brad Waite's got the Fifth of Beethoven. That is da-da-da-da. That's so to Brad Waite's, and we still got Marvin Gaye and Joni Mitchell here. First, though, in the bin was Robert Matthews on Halloween. Let's sell that to Robert Matthews. Nico Capolanis also on Halloween. Stacy Brown, you were second on Debbie Gibson. Daniel Strom now, and Classy Lonnie Metal. We're sold out of Halloween, but what I'm going to do is put y'all on waiting list. Those will be back in this week if y'all want on a waiting list. I automatically put y'all on there, but if you don't, let me know. Daniel Strom, you get one. And then if Daniel, you're a first-time buyer, let me know. I'll get you some information on a first-time buyer. Classy Lonnie Metal second. Mike Torrey's on Taylor Swift. And then Andrea A. also third on Halloween. And then we have Halloween. How much is it? Halloween was $36.99. We've already got 3 people on a waiting list. So Halloween was $36.99. We got one for Robert Matthews, one for Nico Kapolanis, Daniel Strom on a waiting list, Classy Lonnie Metal on a waiting list, Mike Torrey's got Taylor Swift, Andrea A on a waiting list. And then Danny wants to know the price, $36.99. Solarplex wants to know the price, $36.99. Edward Tanagi wants to know the price, $36.99. If there's a spawn left, if so, I want, and DJ Not So Good wants a spawn. There's 1 spawn left if anybody else wants it. DJ gets 1, now there's 1 left. These are $59.99. Spawn, the album. That is sold to DJ Not So Good. How much was Halloween? $36.99. And then John says, I'll take the Buddha 45 Sign Unseen. I can't do that. I'm going to show it here in just a second. Mark Riley wants Clevertech from the previous bin. And let's go ahead and pull that for Mark Clever. Mark wants the Clevertech. And this is sold. Mark Riley gets this one right here. That's sold to Mark Riley, okay? No, I would love for you to jump ahead, but I can't do that. I'll show those other handful of 45s in just a second. So let me update the next auctions. Let me update the current auctions. And let me remind you the 2 45s that didn't get sold. Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing, and then Joni Mitchell, Good Friends. Those 2 didn't get grabbed, okay? Now, over here is a final call on the Simon & Garfunkel Japanese compilation 2 LP, a $35 start. This is a Judas Priest, OG Japanese, not Japanese, an OG Judas Priest Painkiller, 1990. Only time ever pressed the vinyl in the U.S. The vinyl's near mint. It is exceptionally nice. And this is a final call on Judas Priest to Jason Jones at $200. Everybody else, I think, has set out. Now, what happened on Halloween was we sold out, and then here's the waiting list, because some people said no waiting list. So here is the waiting list, $36.99. These 2 sold to Robert Matthews and Nico. Daniel Strom on a waiting list, and he's a first-time buyer. Daniel, in the link, either 2 ways. You was on Facebook earlier. You can send us a Facebook message, which is preferred. $7 limit shipping. We need your email address and mailing address. Or if you're a first-time buyer on YouTube, and you have only YouTube, the link to our website is in the description of this video. Please go ahead and fill out that form right now. So the first person on the waiting list was him and Classy Lonnie Metal. No waiting list for Andrea, no waiting list for Danny. And if anybody else wants on that, let me know. That was Solarplex, asked the price. Edward asked the price. We sold Spawn. And then we have Mark Riley got that. We sold Spawn. And then Greg, all the 5-finger Death Punch are still available. Every 5-finger Death Punch is still available. Okay? Daniel doesn't want on the waiting list. And next thing we have is Sunday morning sessions on MJ. Now, the only thing MJ that I have left was Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing. Okay? That is sold. And that's done. Let me go ahead and show a few more records. I have another Fleetwood Mac bootleg, live in Manchester, 1990. This is live in the UK, Fleetwood Mac, $29.99. This is the Chain, Dreams, Rhiannon, Landslide, Everywhere, Little Lies, Stand Back, Go Your Own Way, Don't Stop. That is $29.99. I've got 3 of those. And then Testament, Souls of Black. And this is where I officially have to get my laptop because now my memory's being tested on who was on a waiting list. So let me grab this right quick. And we're about to flip into some new auctions right quick. Let me go ahead and do that in just a second. But first, let me find where I'm going to put this. And probably going to lay it. Let's see, right here will be fine for right now. Okay, welcome everybody to Thursday night. I've got to pull up one document over here. And it's right here. Good. First thing, Tim Floyd. So I got 2 copies of Testament. One is already sold to Tim Floyd. So this is sold to Tim Floyd. I got 1 extra copy left for $39.99. Judas Priest is sold to Jason Jones for $200. And if anybody wants Simon & Garfunkel, it's a $35 buy it now. $35 buy it now on this. And this is Simon & Garfunkel. It's a 2 LP. 2 LP on Simon & Garfunkel. That is a $35 buy it now, okay? Now, over here, we have the Beatles Past Masters. That's a 2 LP, new and sealed, $49.99. And Slayer. This is World Painted Blood. Slayer is $36.99 for World Painted Blood. I have 2 of those, and they are both available. Next auction is going up right now, and the next auction that I'm going to have up for bid right now is Hawk Wind, and Hawk Wind is a 1975 U.S. press well. This is classified as a repress from 1975, which I believe may be the year it came out. Yeah, so this was released in 75. It's a 75 pressing, EX, VG++ with the original inner sleeve. Hawk Wind is a $45 start. Atco yellow label, very clean vinyl, conservatively graded at the VG++ EX grade. Very cool original inner sleeve and a very nice jacket. A superb jacket, I might say. Hawk Wind is a $45 start. That is now up for bid. I just showed Slayer, the Beatles, Testament, and a Fleetwood Mac bootleg. Still got Queen and Michael Jackson. And now our next auction going up right now is Wasp. And Wasp is a 1984. And this is an 84 U.S. Jacksonville original. U.S. Jacksonville OG with the original sleeve. Wasp, I call it self-titled. It's going to go up for a $35 start. Wasp, $35 start. There's the disc. There's the original inner sleeve. There's Wasp, a $35 start. That is now up for bid. Wasp, $35 start. So here's how waiting lists work if you're not new. It's essentially like you're buying it right now, but you're not going to be billed until it comes in. So if it comes in this week, you're going to get billed for it. If it comes in next week, you'll get billed for it the following Monday. I always think it's a great idea because you're basically buying it now and you'll just get billed whenever it comes in. And 95% of y'all have an invoice every week. So why not go ahead and go on a waiting list? But if you do want a waiting list for that Halloween, just let me know. Next thing I have in here is Eric Church, and we sold out of the one earlier. Here's the other one, Outsiders. Eric Church is $39.99. 2 LP blue vinyl. Here's a No Doubt. This is live. The Web You Spin. 1996, No Doubt, is $29.99. And I've got 2 copies of Pink Floyd live at Wembley, 1974, only $34.99. So that's the complete live Dark Side of the Moon, $34.99. On Dark Side of the Moon there, Pink Floyd. That is part of that 50th anniversary celebration. $34.99 on that. So I left off over here with the last thing was sold was Marvin Gaye. And then we have Hawk Wind at 45, Wasp 35, Wasp 45, Wasp 40, Wasp 41. Wasp bids are out of order. There's already a bid on YouTube for $45. We're going back down on Facebook again. Solarplex already has it for $45 over on YouTube. Ben Digert on EC for Eric Church. That's sold to Ben Digert. Hawk Wind 50, Hawk Wind 50, Oso Adventure, and then Also Adventure on Pink Floyd, and then Teresa Brookshire on No Doubt, and Wasp has a bid for 42, Wasp 46, Hawk Wind 55. System of a Down, Mesmerize. System of a Down is $28.99. System of a Down, Mesmerize, $28.99. And Iggy Pop and David Bowie live, Sister Midnight at the Agora Ballroom, Cleveland, Ohio, March 21st, 1977, $29.99. So Hawk Wind still getting bids. Wasp still getting bids. And now Teresa was the last claim there on No Doubt. The name of the Eric Church was called The Outsiders. 2 LP, blue vinyl, $39.99. We've sold one, and we have 2 left on those. Let's see what our next handful of 45s are here. These are all $6.99. Now, these for sure are $6.99. We have the Pointer Sisters Fire. We have the Kaz and Kant Singing Orchestral Circus. That's on Buddha Records. Bobby Brown is $6.99. That's called Roni. And then we have Taylor Dane, Don't Rush Me. Rick Astley, She Wants to Dance with Me. And the Bee Gees, Night Fever. Those are all $6.99 on those. $6.99 on all those 45s each there if anybody wants those. Now, we have up at the top, we have Hawk Wind at 60. We got Wasp at 50. Michael Butler on Iggy Pop. Robert Vladerchek, if it's okay with you, I'll put you on a waiting list. I only had one of those. And then now over here, we have Hawk Wind at 65. Stacy Brown got the Pointer Sisters. She also got Bobby Brown. So Pointer Sisters sold to Stacy for $6.99. Stacy also got Bobby Brown. John Reniski on KK for Kaz and Kants. He gets that. And Sunday Morning Sessions was trying to get it from you. He was second on Buddha. And then that leaves Bee Gees, Rick Astley, and Taylor Dane if anybody wants those. Wasp still getting bids. Hawk Wind still getting bids. Our next New Orleans auction is going to go up right now. And that was going to be Teaserama, the 57 Incident. Teaserama is going to go up for a $5 start. I still got 2 copies of System of a Down, $28.99. And Nirvana, how about Paramount Theater Seattle, 1999 $34.91. A 2 LP, Nirvana. Never had that one before, $33.99. Queen, The Works, that's $44.99. Queen, The Works, that's $44.99. And 2 copies of the 2 LP, pressed at Furance, exactly, $64.99. Sometimes words just don't want to come out when I want them to. Fleetwood Mac Rumors that is the 2 LP 45 RPM. That is an amazing sounding record, $64.99, okay? Let's go back to the top and figure out where I left off. Wasp got a new bid for 51. Hawkwind got a new bid for 70. Robert Vladarchuk is good on the David Bowie Iggy Pop wait list. Is it Run Joey Run? Yes. Cass and Cants, Run Joey Run. Yes, it is. And then we have Teaserama has a bid for 5. How much was the No Doubt bootleg? No Doubt is $29.99 live, Irvine, California, 1996. And then is the Rick Astley Vicks versions on the 45. Let's check on that. This is She Wants to Dance With Me. This is just says from the album and then instrumental. Those are $6.99. Shane Devers wants the Nirvana bootleg. That's so does Shane Devers. We're about to go through another crate of probably mostly straight price metal stuff over here, but I'm about to find out. But we got to read through these one more time. Tony Lewis does want the No Doubt bootleg. That is sold to Tony Lewis. So let's go ahead and read through this crate one more time and see what's going on. So Wasp has a new bid for 53 with John Kaiser. And that, thank you, Laura. And then that is a high bid. Derek Gunn, you're out. Derek Gunn, you've been outbid on Wasp. And if anybody's done bidding, make sure you say out. That lets me know you're done. But if you want to keep bidding, go ahead and keep bidding. Doesn't matter to me. And then Hawkwind, the last bid on Hawkwind that came in was Shane Devers at 70, and we're about to sell it. Here's what's left in here very quickly. We sold one left. Taylor Swift, Speak Now, Taylor's version. 3 LP Orchid colored vinyl. Purple Orchid, $56.99. Still got Michael Jackson Off the Wall, $28.99. Michael Jackson, $28.99. Queen, News of the World. Half-Speed Master, $33.99. A Fleetwood Mac live on yellow vinyl, by the way. Manchester. It looks like it's a greatest hits live almost. A lot of these bootlegs like this, they only do on 1 LP. They usually just put like probably the best tracks and the best sounding tracks from that concert. Usually if they do it on 1 LP. $29.99 on Fleetwood Mac. Testament, Souls of Black. Testament's $39.99. New and sealed music on vinyl. One of my favorite Beatles compilations. This is called Past Masters. This is everything from the Beatles that wasn't on their albums. They had a slew of hit records that never was on any of their albums. So even if you have Rubber Soul and Magical Mystery Tour and Abbey Road and all those, most of that music right there is on none of those albums, like Day Tripper and We Can Work It Out and Paperback Writer and Rain and Lady Madonna and Hey Jude and Revolution. None of those songs are on any of their studio albums. Bill Samus wants Fleetwood Mac. Wasp has a new bid for 55. Hawkwind is sold to Shane Devers for $70. Thank you, Shane. That is sold to you. That is sold to you. We have not auctioned Cherry Pie yet. Nope, it's still right over here. Our next auction is going to go up right now, but first we pulled a Fleetwood Mac. Let's pull Robert Vladarchuk, a Michael Jackson. Thank you. That's sold to you. Teaserama sold to Teresa Brookshire for $5. Next is Slayer, World Painted Blood, single LP, gatefold, $36.99. Eric Church, The Outsiders, that's on blue vinyl, $39.99. And then Pink Floyd, $34.99. Also, System of a Down, Mesmerize, $28.99 for Mesmerize. 2 copies of that, System of a Down. Queen, the Half-Speed Master of the Works, $44.99. And I'm telling you, if you don't have Rumors yet on a 2 LP 45 RPM, this is an incredible sounding record. I don't know how many I've sold. I think I remember that night we had a bunch and we sold, oh my gosh, I don't know how many. I had them on sale one night and we sold probably like 80 copies in one night. Here is an OG Black Sabbath debut. A 1970 Pittman original first pressing from here in the United States. It's not bad. VG Plus, maybe VG. VG, maybe VG Plus. Black Sabbath debut on the very desirable. When you see that green label here for the United States, that's a really good sign. And it has a correct original inner sleeve. Not a bad cover. Iconic. $35 start. Black Sabbath is up for bid. Black Sabbath is up for bid. Let's go back over here. We have not sold Cherry Pie yet. We sold Michael Jackson, Wasp 57. Nick Bargeron wants an Eric Church. That is sold to him. Now there's one left. Wasp is at 60. And price on Fleetwood Mac again. Fleetwood, that was $29.99. There's 2 left. Mike asked, Brooks asked. And then Fleetwood Mac is $64.99. Rumors, $64.99. Okay? Black Sabbath already has a bid. Wasp, 62. Fleetwood Mac Rumors is $64.99. That is the on sale price. We'll call that the on sale price. Fleetwood Mac is $64.99. After you listen to it, you'll be wanting to send me more money. You'll be like, dang, that I did Chad wrong. I probably should just go ahead and send him some more money. Let's go ahead and go through another crate over here. So I did a Paul crate. Ooh, I like this. Let's go ahead and do this crate here. Here we go. Let's go through this crate here. I think you're all going to find this crate highly amusing here. And then probably Fleetwood Mac was $64.99. The $64.99. Yeah, 2 LP, 45 RPM. It's a 2 LP. Uh-oh. I think you're going to like this. And of course, now we've got the highly desirable, highly sought after Lower Crate Metal Night Edition. Lower Crate Metal Night Edition hop sticker. The first person who buys a record out of here gets that very rare, now iconic, and extremely valuable Lower Crate hop sticker. I need some blue G's first. I'm already losing my voice. I'm already losing my voice. Okay. Now. So I left off. Mike and Brooke asked about Fleetwood Mac. The 2 LP Rumors was $64.99. Wasp got a new bid for $62. Black Sabbath $35. Black Sabbath $40. Derek's done on Wasp. Does Black Sabbath have the poster? Black Sabbath did not come with a poster. Black Sabbath did not come with a poster. I think you're thinking of Master of Reality. Black Sabbath 45, Black Sabbath 45, Black Sabbath 50, Black Sabbath 60, Black Sabbath 47, Black Sabbath out. Okay, so Black Sabbath is getting lots of bids. It's already jumped up to 60. The Wasp is a final call to John Kaiser for $62. Okay. Here we go. Dead Cross. This is self-titled, red and black, Mike Patton, sealed, $29.99. I've got one, I've got two. The Sword, used for future. The Sword is sealed, $19.99. 1, 2, 3 copies of Tomb, Terror Wins. Tomb is sealed for $19.99. I have 3 of those, and I have 1 copy of Death, the Best of Death, Fate, 1992 collection. It's a record store day edition from 2023. This is unopened, and it's $24.99. $24.99. So first thing we have is Dead Cross. That is sold to Sunday Morning Session. And he gets the very now highly desirable and valuable Lower Crate hop sticker. That is sold to Sunday Morning Session. Also, we have a Rod Bryan on Sword, and that was this here. That's sold to Rod Bryan, and now Adam Bullock gets Death. And now Wasp is sold to John Kaiser, and Wasp is officially sold to John Kaiser, and this is sold to him for $62. That is sold, and now Black Sabbath is a final call. I think the last bid I remember calling out was $60, right? I'm pretty sure the last bid I called out was $60, and that was with Brian Berger. He has Black Sabbath for $60, going once, going twice, $60 to Brian Berger. It's an OG 1970 VG plus VG. Danny was second on Death. Kristen, we've already sold the Sword. Black Sabbath is a 1970 Pittman US original with the original company in their sleeve. VG plus, maybe VG, VG, maybe VG plus, and now there's a new bid for $62. The next auction that's going to go up right now is going to be, oh my, let's go ahead and do this one here. This is called Lita Ford Out for Blood. Oh my. And this is a 1983 HARM pressing. And this has been autographed by Lita herself. This has been autographed. And we have Lita Ford. And this is a $75 starting bid. This is immaculate condition. EX++ near mint minus. It has been JSA authenticated. It does have a clip corner. There is a little bit of a crease on the back. There is a crease that runs through the back cover. There is a clip. Very nice signature here, Lita Ford. Not personalized, very cool. It's autographed, and it's been JSA authenticated. Lita Ford is a $75 start, and I feel like that's going to take off from there. Now, we have Black Sabbath 62, Black Sabbath 65. And no, there's no waiting list on anything in here. I can try, but death, it would not be 25 if we had to order it again. Black Sabbath 67. These are all, if there's something out of the sealed bins from Paul and Laura, these are going to be comped on Discogs, and they're going to be at great prices. And if we had to order these new, most of these would be $5, $10, or $15 more if we had to order them new. So everything in here, I would say, is pretty much on sale compared to MSRP. All these in here are at great prices. Everything I've seen in any of these metal bins that I've ordered recently is below MSRP for sure. And they're all new and sealed. Next thing we have here is Moontooth Crux, maybe. Silver black vinyl, sealed $29.99. $29.99, and that was Moontooth. We only have one of those. Also, we have Amorphous Halo. Amorphous is sealed on red vinyl, $19.99 on Amorphous, and 2 copies of Skeletal Remains. Skeletal Remains is sealed, $24.99 on Skeletal Remains, $24.99. Now, let's update on Black Sabbath. There's a lot of bids all of a sudden. Black Sabbath 65, Black Sabbath 67, Black Sabbath 70, Lita Ford 80, Lita Ford 100, Lita Ford 100, Lita Ford 113, and we have Dream Theater, Lost, Not Forgotten Archives, sealed, $19.99 on Dream Theater. Adam Bullock on Skeletal Remains. Adam Bullock gets Skeletal Remains. I'm going to share a link in the comments right quick for anybody interested. Let me jump over here and try to find it right quick. I should be able to very quickly. This was a big pre-order. When this was announced, and this is probably the best time to do it right now, when this was announced, I had several people reach out and say, Chad, you might want to post this immediately. It's now up for pre-order. If you want to pre-order it, there's the link. And this is Taketo. It's up for pre-order. It's $39.99. It's from that same label who does like Firehouse, and they did all these Wild Side. That's up for pre-order. Looks like we've already pre-sold 11, and that's $39.99 if anybody wants in on that. It comes out in May, I think. Taiketo's up for pre-order. Just want to make sure nobody misses that one. I figured that would be a great time to announce it right now. Make sure you're in our group, Whole Lot of Records. That link will take you to that. I'll approve you if you're not already in there, and you can pre-order, okay? Last thing we had was Skeletal Remains. Then Finley Depperstein got Dream Theater. Adam Bullock was second. Lita Ford, 125. Javi Soto, third on Dream Theater. Spackle Tab, fourth on Dream Theater. Lita Ford, another 25. Matt Lawson wants Moontooth. Matt Lawson gets Moontooth. Thank you, Matt Lawson. That's so to you. Next is Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind, just $24.99. See, that's like an on-sale price. Iron Maiden's $24.99, new and sealed. Peace of Mind. I've only got one of those. I also have one copy here of, let me figure out if I can say this. It looks like Periphery V. Periphery. Cobalt with white splatter. Degent is not a genre. And that's on blue and white, sealed, $29.99. All right, time to do some final calls here. OG Black Sabbath, 1970 Pittman, original inner sleeve, VG Plus. And the last bid on BS was a final call. We're about to sell it. Brian Berger's had it for 3 minutes at $70. I've given it plenty of time. He's about to get it. And then over here, don't forget, OG, original cover, Lita Ford, Out for Blood, and it's autographed, JSA authenticated. Lita Ford has a new bid at $135. We've already sold Moontooth. The next comment was Daniel Strom. He's a new buyer, but I already seen his Facebook message. He is registered. So he's registered. Thank you, Daniel Strom. $7 in limited shipping. It's Thursday night. I'll be here again tomorrow. I'll be here Saturday. As much as you want to buy, $7, we'll invoice you on Monday. That's Daniel's very first purchase with us. I hope it's not your last. Hopefully you'll be buying from us still in 5 years from now. Solarplex was second, Spackle Tab third, Lita Ford 140, Brooks Vol fifth on that. And then we have already sold Iron Maiden. Next is another Periphery. A periphery. Thank you. Periphery. Exactly. Sealed. I got 2 of those for $29.99. I've got 3 copies here of what? It is Horndal Lake Drinker, as I think is what it said, on rust-colored vinyl, $19.99 Horndal. And Dream Theater, again, sealed $19.99 yellow vinyl, Lost But Not Forgotten Archives, The Number of the Beast, 2002, $19.99 there on Dream Theater. And Paul is restacking crates. Is there a certain order you want me to go through them in?
Yeah, there's like a lot of metal.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so we'll do that one, and then those, and then lots of new vinyl, and then those later. Got it. Appreciate it. Okay, good luck. Yeah, take some pictures if you end up buying something. Okay. All right, so let's go over here and see what happens. Adam Bullock on Dream Theater. That sold Adam Bullock. Michael Ruttman second, then Shane Devers, then Daniel Cody, then Spackle Tab. All right, and then let's go back up to the top, and let's go ahead and let me find that name again because he may have been a first-time buyer. Let me figure out what happened here. No, Brian Berger. He's bought from us before. That sold to him for $70. Thank you, Brian. He's probably like any day now. That sold to him for $70. And I've got to the bottom, and Mike Burson said Black Sabbath recap. Oh, no. Mike, that sold to Brian Berger for $70. He's been sitting on that for quite some time. And now I'm also going to go ahead and sell this Lita Ford. Well, let me make sure because I think Danny Czar has not set out. Danny Czar, you've been outbid. This is now at 140 with Jeff Brinley. 140 with Jeff Brinley. That's Lita Ford out for blood. Brian Berger, thank you. And I was about to say, that just sounds new, but I know he's bought from us before. Thank you on that. Appreciate it as always. So what do we got up? We need to go ahead and run a Dio then. Let's do Dio, the last in line. Dio is an 84 US Jacksonville OG copy, a rich winter sleeve, EX minus VG++. Now, Mike, I know if I would have seen your comment, I would have given you an opportunity to be in. I think I scrolled up, and when I got back down, your comment was down there. So I apologize. I usually give it an extension if everybody asks what's going on. So if it comes in time. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and sell it. Brian Berger's probably like, thank you. 1984 US Jacksonville original. Thank you, Brian. A rich winter sleeve. And if somebody is out there new and I don't really catch it, remind me, especially nights like night where we have a lot of people on, but usually I can catch if you're a first-time buyer or not. 84 US Jacksonville. This is OG, $45 start. Another really nice Dio. Danny Czar, I'm just making sure you're out on the Lita Ford. Jeff Brinley has it for 140. Okay. That's not a new buyer. Just thank you, Brian. Appreciate that. Some names kind of confuse me. We've had last names Burger before. By the way, that's making me hungry. Ooh, Marillion Fugazi. Marillion, just $19.99 sealed Fugazi. 1, 2, 3 copies here of what? This is We Came as Romans Dark Bloom. We Came as Romans is sealed, $19.99. We've got 3 of those. Also, Asking Alexandria from Death to Destiny. Asking Alexandria. Those are unopened, $24.99. We've got 3 copies of that. Dio getting new bids. Lita Ford. I didn't think Danny was done. He's still bidding, just saying. And now let me step over here and I'm going to do a randomness type deal right quick. Just see who's paying attention. I got some quick buy nows for $6.99. Probably genres completely opposite for metal. We got Poco, Call It Love for $6.99. Bobby Sherman, Easy Come, Easy Go. Bruce Springsteen, Born to Run. And Spirit in the Night. Also Carpenters, Calling Occupants of Interplanetary Craft. David Soul, Don't Give Up on Us. And Cliff Richard, We Don't Talk Anymore and Count Me In. Those are all $6.99. The last thing I had was Dio 45, Dio 50, Dio 50, Lita Ford 145. And then we have Melissa Bailey on Asking Alexander. That's so to Melissa Bailey. Dwayne Caldwell wants We Came as Romans. That's so to Dwayne Caldwell. Teresa Brookshire on Marillion Fugazi. That is so to Teresa Brookshire. Adam Bullock wants Asking Alexander. That's so to Adam Bullock. Ben Dygert wants Romans and Asking Alexander. He got double of those. Brad Faust wants Cliff Richard for $6.99. Brandon in Delaware wants the Periphery from earlier. Thank you, Brandon in Delaware. And he's bought from us before. That's sold to him. Now Lita Ford's at $150. And Dio is a final call. Solar and Dustin are tied. Solar came in at 50, Dustin tied them, and before that, Jimmy LaCroix bid 45, and I haven't heard back from anybody. And we also have Death, non-analog on stage, Tijuana, 1990. Death is new, just $19.99 on Death, $19.99 on Death. And we have Blasphemous Purification, Prelude to Something Something. And this is unopened for $19.99. Derek Gunn, you were second on Marillion. Dio has a new bid for $52. And Danny's out on the autograph Lita Ford. That's a final call to Jeff Brinley. Again, this time for $150. That left David Soul, the Carpenters, Bruce Springsteen, Bobby Sherman, and Poco. Those are all still available. And Lita Ford is OG, and it's autographed. And that's a final call for $150. Now, Dio's at 52, so Solarplex, you've been outbid. Rack Y on the Death. Whoop, that's the wrong record. Rack Y on Death. That was my only copy of that. Looks like I've got 2 copies here. 2 copies here of what? Ulthar Anthronomicon, maybe. And that is on black in clear vinyl, unopened. That's new, $29.99. I want Fugazi, not Marillion. There is no Fugazi in here. The name of the album was Fugazi by the band Marillion. There, to my knowledge, there's no Fugazi in here. That was a band called Marillion, and the name of the album was Fugazi. And I just hope that Teresa knew that too. I figured, I bet Teresa thought that was a Fugazi album too. So I think that's why Teresa bought it. I bet if I tell Teresa that's not Fugazi, it's Marillion, she will probably put it back. I was about to say that because that doesn't sound like something she would buy. And then let's go ahead and do Lita Ford sold. Lita Ford sold to Jeff Brindley for $150. That is sold. That is sold there. And we also have Dio still getting bids. And Solarplex, no, actually Solarplex said out. This is an 84 US Jacksonville original with the original inner sleeve. Nice. Dustin Whitaker has that for $52. Final call on that. Javi Soto wants the Poco 45. Javi Soto on the Poco 45. Let's pull this right here for Javi. Next is Cameron Porter on Dead Cross. That's sold to Cameron Porter. John Minsmore wants the Ulthar. That's sold. And Teresa said, I did. I thought it was Fugazi. That's what I figured had happened. So this is Marillion. And this is, if you want to put it back, that's fine because somebody said they'll take it. Paul Harden says he'll take it. It's sealed for $19.99. Not a bad price on that. Just saying. But I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the bin. And, yeah, that's one of those where it could be misunderstood very easily. Marillion Fugazi. So, yeah. A lot of, I don't know, we sometimes slip in, it seems like we slip in prog albums sometimes and the metal stuff. It seems like a lot of people that listen to some metal are very much interested in prog. Oh, boy. Here we go. Let's put our first Metallica record up of the night. I mean, it's 8:10. It's time for some pretty serious stuff. Metallica, Creepin' Death. This is a 1990 pressing. This has Creepin' Death and Jumpin' the Fire singles on one LP. Original inner sleeve, EX condition. And this is going to go up for a $35 start. I should just say let the bidding begin. It's a 1990 press. Metallica, Creepin' Death, Jumpin' the Fire, Am I Evil? Very, very cool. And this has Jumpin' the Fire, Seek and Destroy, and Phantom Lord Live. That's the tracks. The vinyl is nice. EX has this original inner sleeve. So check this out. Creepin' Death, Am I Evil, Blitzkrieg, Jumpin' the Fire, Seek and Destroy, and Phantom Lord Live. That's a 1990, technically billed as a reissue. Has all those tracks there and one on it. That is really cool. That is really cool. That's up for bid. We already have a bid of $100 on it. That took off literally just like a rocket. I was watching the chat over here, kind of my peripheral. It just like shot off really fast. Paul Harden on Fugazi. So this is sold to Paul Harden. Thank you. Javi Soto was second. Now let's go ahead and sell this right here to Dustin Whitaker for $52. That is sold. Metallica is at $100. Now, first thing we have is System of a Down, Steal This Album. Sealed, just $24.99. $24.99. I have 3 copies here of Trouble. This is Trouble, One for the Road. This is sealed for $19.99. And I have 4 of those, actually. And Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love, sealed, $29.99. And Doro, Fear No Evil, blue and white color vinyl, sealed, $29.99. Metallica's at $120. Next auction is going to go up right now. And let's go ahead and run AC/DC, Back in Black. This is mastered by Bob Ludwig. This is the true OG copy from 1980. It's a U.S. specialty original. Laura has RL and dead wax with a smiley face. That's what we like to see. We've graded it VG+, but I think y'all know this album's going to be played so loud, probably your China is going to start falling out of the cabinets. This is going to go up for a $25 start. That is now up for bid. That's now up for bid. The first thing we had was a lot. Hold on a second. Metallica 100, Metallica 120. John Howard gets Steal This Album. Now, Patrick, I have another one of these coming up. I think a new stuff I've ordered. I think it's about $5 more, but just saying, that was my only copy. Maybe you'll catch the other one. I think I ordered that album. I think I ordered everything by System of a Down tonight. And then Trouble is sold to Dwayne Caldwell and Bill Reese. Those are sold to Dwayne Caldwell and Bill Reese. Let me pause right there because my crate has filled up over here. So let me swap these out. This has filled up very quickly. Let's put that right there. And now, new crate. Exciting night. You know, Loverboy said everybody's working for the weekend. I think everybody's working for Thursday Night Metal Night. What a fun night to be watching. Very, very busy right now. Dwayne got Trouble. Bill Reese got Trouble. And then Derek Gunn was first on Motley Crue. That's so to Derek Gunn. Metallica 130. Sunday Morning Session gets a Trouble. Scott Snee gets a Trouble. Ben Digert second on Motley Crue. Mike Torrey's first on Doro. Tony Riddle second on Doro. AC/DC 45. AC/DC 25. AC/DC 50. AC/DC 50. And then AC/DC 55. AC/DC 60. Metallica 150, Metallica 200, and then we've got 3 copies here of Autopsy, and this is Morbidity Triumphant. Morbidity Triumph. Sorry, Autopsy's on white vinyl, $29.99. Autopsy's on white vinyl, $29.99. All righty, there's that, and now we need to start probably reading through this bin one more time right quick. So, we got 2 auctions up right now. Metallica's at 200, AC/DC 75. John Mincemeyer gets Autopsy, okay? Let's read through this bin. This is all pretty much all new sealed metal stuff in here available. These are first come, first serve. The first thing I have here was Tomb, T-O-M-B, Terror Wins, $19.99 for Tomb. I've got 3 copies of that. 3 copies. Also, we have Amorphous, Halo, Atomic Fire, limited to 2,500 copies on red vinyl, $19.99. Skeletal Remains, a 2021 reissue with remastered sound, black vinyl gatefold, $24.99. We have 1 Periphery, Degent is not a genre, blue and white vinyl, sealed, $29.99. Also, Horndal, Lake Drinker, rust-colored vinyl, sealed, $19.99, 3 available. We sold several of these. There's only 1 left. We Came as Romans, dark blue, sea blue vinyl, only 1,000 pressed, $19.99. Sunday Morning Session gets Amorphous. That's sold to Sunday Morning Session. Are we done on AC/DC? OG, VG Plus, RL Mastering, Danny Czar has it for $75. Final call, now Metallica, new bid, $225. Solarplex, you've been outbid. I have 1 copy here of Blasphemous Purify. It's kind of hard to read, honestly. We'll call it Blasphemous, $19.99. I can make that out. Then it looks like Pure Faction, Prelude to Preservation. Blah, 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 blah. And then we have Dustin Hodges on Romans. Adam Bollock was second. And now we have 1 copy here left of Ulthar. And that is Anthronomicon. That's unopened for $29.99. And Autopsy, Morbidity Triumph. And that is sealed for $24.99. What year is Metallica? 1990. 1990. AC/DC is sold for $75 to Danny Czar. Thank you. And now let's get some new auctions going, okay? All right. There's that. And if anybody decides you want anything else in here, they're right here behind me. Seth just walked by and all of a sudden I got in a bad mood. How did that happen? He walked by and all of a sudden now I'm angry. Now I feel like I need to rage against the machine. I'm about to rage against Seth. F-I-R-E-D. I hate to do that. You got a little boy on the way. Wouldn't that be just so bad.
Do your job.
He said, do your job, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. We have Metallica, $230. Solarplex Studios. It goes back now to Troy Schrock. Okay. If y'all didn't think that one was crazy, I think this one right here might get pretty wild. This is a 1988 U.S. Carrollton original. This may be, I know we had one last week that created all-out war. This one may be even nicer. This is a U.S. original shrink wrap and hop stickered copy of Ozzy Osbourne, No Rest for the Wicked. A $95 start. $95 start. It looks like it was just opened. The vinyl is near mint. It has an original inner sleeve. I'm looking for a Miracle Man that tells me no lies. It's in shrink with the hop sticker. Wow. Jim, $95 start. We already have a bid for $100. Metallica is at $230, and I think that's going to be the final call. Perfect. Taylor Swift, red, 2LP, $33.99. Taylor Swift, we got a new bid. No, excuse me. Metallica's at $230. Also, we have Pink Floyd Pulse. Somebody asked about this earlier. 4LP box, $114.99. Pink Floyd Pulse, 4LP. This is $114.99. I've got 2 copies of The Killers, Hot Fuss, $36.99. Mr. Brightside, Smile Like You Mean It. Somebody told me all these things that I've done. That first side is a killer side of music. The Killers is $36.99. Oh boy, how about a Slayer bootleg? $38.99. Slayer, Black Spirits Live, $38.99. I just don't unfortunately know when or where, but it's a live Slayer bootleg, $38.99. Black Spirits Live, $38.99. $38.99. Looks like they open to Raining Blood, $38.99. First thing we have is Metallica. When I get to the bottom, I'm selling it to Solarplex for $230. We have Ozzy at $100, Ozzy at $200, Ozzy $125, Ozzy $125, Patrick Fu on Taylor Swift, Ozzy $220, and I have Scott Markheim on Slayer. There's 4 copies there. I was hoping when I ordered this, it would tell me when and where. I don't see when and where, though. It just says Black Spirits Live. Unfortunately, I don't know when or where. That might be worth a Google or a Discog search on that one. All right, let's sell the Metallica then. This is sold to Solarplex for $230. That is sold for $230. That is sold. And now Ozzy's at $220. Scott got a Slayer. Dustin Riviera wants a Slayer. And we also have 3 copies here of a Faith No More bootleg, live, Hollywood, November 1990. Faith No More, $44.99. Faith No More, live, Hollywood, November 1990, $44.99. $44.99. So that's another live unofficial there. Let's go ahead and put up another auction. And the next other auction is going to go up right now. And this is going to be, let's see, we got Ozzy. So let's do, boy, there's so many options in here. Let's mix it up with this one right here, Le Mans. This is an 83 US OG. Only time ever pressed a vinyl worldwide. Le Mans on the street EX vinyl, a $35 start. A $35 start. And then we have Troy Schrock on Slayer. That's sold to Troy Schrock. Thank you on Slayer. Faith No More sold to Ivan. Faith No More sold to Teresa. There's one more in there if anybody else wants it. And we have Depeche Mode, Set in Stone, yellow vinyl, Depeche Mode. Now, I'm almost positive there was a waiting list here for Depeche Mode. Let me go check on this right quick. Depeche Mode, Sean Fairweather. Yeah, Sean, this is in. And luckily, only one, or maybe unluckily, only one came in. So that is sold to you. Let me scroll through here and see what else came in. Okay, or what else I have waiting list for. So thank you. This is sold to you. Now, what happened over here of Ozzy? Ozzy is at $285. We're talking top copy. Now $335 of MT Matte. Le Mans is a $35 start. Next is Static X, Wisconsin Death Trip. Music on vinyl, $39.99. Static X, Wisconsin Death Trip. Let me see if I had a waiting list for Static here. Static X. Hiram Aponte. Is that recent? Yeah, that's recent. Okay, so yeah, Hiram Aponte. I got you down for one, $39.99. Also a waiting list. Sean Fairweather wants all Led Zeppelin albums. Wow, I didn't know that happened. All Led Zeppelin. I better start tagging them. That is sold to Hiram Aponte. Justin Deckelman wants one. Now there's one left. Nobody's bid on Le Mans. Final call. I was going to pause 1 second and try to show a handful of 45s right quick just to mix things up a little bit. These are $6.99. Some cool stuff here. We have Star Baby from the Guess Who, and that's $6.99. Andy Gibb, I Just Want to Be Your Everything picture sleeve. Hall & Oates, Rich Girl, picture sleeve. That's pretty cool. That might be UK. That's very interesting looking. Michael Murphy, Carolina in the Pines, and Ride, Captain Ride on this mystery ship. $6.99 on that. Tony Riddle also on Static X. Ozzy is at $3.75. So we sold Static X, and then Solarplex. I'll have to put you on a waiting list. I only bid. We only had 3 of these. We sold 2. So Solarplex first on the waiting list. Michael Ruttman on Hall & Oates for $6.99. Brad Waits was second, Calvin Ward third, and then Oso Adventure fourth. So we still got Blues Image. We have Michael Murphy, Andy Gibb, and the Guess Who. That is all available there. And make sure did I actually miss a bid, or are y'all just saying that? I don't think I actually missed a bid there. Okay. Now, we have Lincoln Park. I've never had this before. It's another unofficial in the back of my head. Auburn Hills, Michigan. October 15th, 2001, Lincoln Park, $29.99. Somebody said earlier it was Chester Bennington's birthday. $29.99. Lincoln Park, I've got 5 of those in there. Le Mans is a $35 buy it now. That's on the streets. And that was an 83 U.S. original, only time on vinyl. Only time on vinyl. MT Matt is out on Ozzy. That's a final call then to Solarplex. He has the high bid for $375. $375 on that. Those 45s is what's left in that stack. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw up, since we're about to sell that, don't want to forget about our Japanese stash over here. And let me see what else I have over here. This, and let's see, going to try to keep one up over here as well. Try to thin out this box of Japanese in case a bunch more show up tomorrow, which is highly possible. And this is going to go up for a $35 star. This is Styx Cornerstone. It's a Japanese pressing, near mint minus and pristine with Obi, a $35 start on that. And then we have UJ Miller on Lincoln Park. That's sold to UJ Miller. And we also have 4 copies here of Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, 40th anniversary on blue vinyl. And I think I have 4 because we had a waiting list. Ozzy is David V 63. David V 63. I have 1 sold to him, and I have 3 more left. Blue vinyl, $33.99. $33.99. So Ozzy's officially sold. And this is officially sold to Solarplex Studios for $375. Thank you. And Ben Diger, that was beyond a top copy. That was a super top copy. Le Mans 25. Jason, I'll split it with you at 30 since nobody else claimed it. I'll split with you 30. Mark Fallon just missed Ozzy. You can't leave tonight. If you leave tonight, you're going to miss something very important. How about Incubus? This is $38.99. Make yourself. Pardon me's on here. Incubus is $38.99. Solarplex Studios wants an Ozzy. That's a 40th anniversary on blue vinyl. And we have 2 copies here of Pearl Jam, self-titled, $38.99. Pearl Jam, self-titled. Next auction. Let's go ahead and put this up right here. This is the Misfits, Legacy of Brutality. Oh, wow. How about a 1985 U.S. original, first press, limited to 10,000 on translucent vinyl when you hold it to strong light. It's in shrink wrap, and this is going to go up for a $95 start. Misfits, Legacy of Brutality. Misfits, Legacy of Brutality. This is going to go up for a $95 start. Legacy of Brutality. It's in shrink wrap. It has the original price tag. This is pretty dang cool, and this is the original first press. They only did 10,000 of these in 1985. The original first press. They only did 10,000 of these in 1985. OG and shrink wrap. EX vinyl. It's on translucent brown vinyl. This is pretty cool. $95 start on the Misfits. Le Mans is sold for $30. This is sold over here to Jason Jones for $30. Appreciate that. We already pulled one Aussie. There's another Aussie sold to MT Matt. We have an Incubus sold to Michael Snared. There's Pearl Jam. And now we have an opening bid on the Misfits for 120. How about Crow Mags? I only have one. Crow Mags is called Near Death Experience. Crow Mags is $33.99. And another Taylor Swift. This is Red, Taylor's version. Triple LP, $54.99. Sticks is sold for $35 to Ben Dygert. Appreciate that. Thank you on that. Misfits has an open bid for $120. Appreciate that. All righty. Now, let's go over here. And actually, let me just read through this right here. So, let's do this right here. We hadn't sold one Iron Maiden record yet. Nope. Let's read through these one more time very quickly. Taylor Swift Red, there's the original version, $33.99. Pink Floyd Pulse, 4LP box, $114.99. We have Killers. Killers is $36.99. Hot Fuss. Slayer, unofficial. Black Spirits Live, $38.99. Faith No More, $44.99. Live, 2LP, $19.90. Linkin Park Live, 2001, $29.99. Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, $33.99. Incubus, Make Yourself, $38.99. Pearl Jam, $38.99. Crow Mags is sold to John Howard. And Taylor Swift is $54.99. Wow, just one bid on the Misfits. Final call to Dan Ingerson for $120. David put WPS. I'm not for sure what that was for, but if you let me know, I'll take care of it. Next auction is going to go up right now. Let's do one of the Iron Maidens. There's 3 in a row here, so we better go ahead and do one. How about No Prayer for the Dying? Holy moly, this is on the red vinyl too. A 1990 US, 1990 US. This is No Prayer for the Dying, limited edition, red blood vinyl with the original on her sleeve, a $75 start. A $75 start. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying, beautiful red vinyl, EX edition with the original on her sleeve, nice jacket, wow. OG Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying, $75 start. And now we have Misfits with a new bid for $130. And then Alonzo Breezy Brenzo Jr. wants a Slayer. There's one Slayer left. All right, so we have Crow Mag sold. We sold Slayer. And now all of a sudden the Misfits have new bids and Iron Maiden has new bids. There we have it. If anybody else wants anything in there, let me know. So we've done a kind of a Paul crate, a Laura crate. Now we're going to go back to a Paul metal crate. And I think Laura has another crate of metal over here, then another crate of metal. And then that was crate number 6 of new vinyl, I think, for tonight. So let me do my math correctly. And let me look. And 2, 4. We still got 5 crates of new vinyl to go through. Wow. 5 crates of new vinyl to go through, plus all the stuff Laura and Paul's marked, which a lot of it is new and sealed. And let's see what's in here. Paul says this is mostly metal or metal-ish. Okay, here we go. All right, I have no idea what's going on in the NCAA basketball right now. All righty. Here we go. So, Misfits, is my mic unmuted? Yeah. Misfits, 130. Misfits, 138. Maiden, 90. Maiden, 100. Paul Harden wants Pink Floyd Pulse from the last crate. You got it. Pink Floyd Pulse sold to Paul Harden. Got that. That's our weekly copy of Pulse. Somebody earlier was asking for it. They asked 2 or 3 times if I had it. I was like, yep, we do. And I think there's still one up front. That is sold. That is sold. And that is sold to Paul Harden. MT Matt is next on Iron Maiden, 110, then 125. Ozzy, I'll do that right now as soon as one of these auctions sell, okay? And then Misfits, 140. Let's get one of these big ones done here, and then we'll do that next, okay? So, Misfits is at 140. And then Iron Maiden right now is at 130, okay? Now 140. I think we figured all this out. Let's go ahead and go through this new crate. First thing is Asking Alexandria, sealed, 1999, a 2002 deluxe. I've got one copy. Flesh God Apocalypse, gold with black splatter, sealed, $34.99. And Tickets for Doomsday, heavy psychedelic funk and soul ballads. This is 2021 70s heavy psych, $21.99. And Dirges, ballads and Dirges. I'm not familiar with that. $21.99. Sometimes these words, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to skip over this. $21.99. And then we have two of those. We have three of those. And we have Ishan After. That is a 2021 record stay on maroon vinyl, $19.99. So let's, since I've updated those bids, there's been a question. What is the Iron Maiden? What's the condition on the Misfits? What's the condition on the Misfits? Last thing was Misfits 140, Iron Maiden 140, Iron Maiden 150, Iron Maiden 155, and then Ben Digert on Asking Alexander. There was only one of those, so Adam was second, Iron Maiden 160, and right now we have Misfits. This is the original OG pressing of this. They did 10,000. It's a first press. The vinyl was EX, which is conservatively graded. It's conservatively graded Misfits, EX condition, Legacy of Brutality, and it's in shrink. Okay, the cover's in shrink. Really nice cover. Really nice cover. And that is up for bid. And let me go ahead and stop watching basketball. He's streaming basketball from, maybe I need to go turn off his computer. No more basketball streaming.